But the next thing, there is the Rainbow Passage Doggy 911 role playing. Like this literally plays right into the furry thing, which we might look into a little bit. I didn't go through bowblax's live stream, but I know a little bit about it from Huggy sending it my way. And then the tipster crying, losing another. That's 5 if you've been counting with me. 5 fucking lolly arguments, debates, whatever you want to call it. Let's go, just because he actually cries here. Let's start with them not crying. It really, 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 really bothered me when I heard that, like, there's people actually sitting there role playing this event. Like, and not only that, okay? Not only that. So I come to find out this guy, he's got like a nice little like little bio, I guess I came across, where he's sitting there and he's describing himself. So this guy's like in his 50s. He's not a young dude. And I am still trying to work on the video the entire time here. I apologize. But he's not a young dude by any means. Let's see. Hey, look at that. We got it to work. All right. So here, I've got his face up on screen right now. So you can see he's not a younger guy. This Animal J Smith, he I think it might have been this post here that I read, that actual 11 roleplay stuff. Let's see. Or yeah, right here. This stuff right here. So he's in his 60s. Apologies, 60s. He became a furry. That's what this pup and fur stuff is. So he got into the furrydom in 1987. I became a full-blown furry in 1997. So 10 years later. Survived AIDS, which, you know what? Congratulations. And 9/11. So he's actually from, I believe it was Manhattan or something like that I saw. I think, again, this post had more detail, but that he lived in like the lower east or lower west side of Manhattan. And like, so he would have been relatively close to it when all this stuff happened. But he's LGBTQ plus and AIDS activist for 37 years. But yeah, this is the guy that role plays. And I don't know. I believe he saw this post, and we'll get into it. I'll show the stream. But I believe he saw this post, and he ended up responding, basically saying, look, I can consult for you guys because I lived through it. I can give you some like good direction and stuff like that. Like, I don't know what this guy was thinking, but yeah. So here, let's I want to see. Let's go. He also is associated with this Rainbow Railroad stuff, which I didn't look at the Rainbow Railroad stuff a lot, but I think we'll just start off with this like first 10 minutes here. Here we go. So yeah, this kind of reiterates what's over here.
Animal J Smith bully stream. Oh my god. Oh my god.
By the way, I totally like wholeheartedly applaud and support bowblax with doing these freaking streams. Like, because of what Tipster did to him, I don't blame the dude at all. He did him fucking dirty, not once but like twice, and so he kind of deserves all of what's coming his way. But I'll definitely let bowblax tell a little bit better about this. But yeah, you're gonna see some interesting stuff. Not that it's gonna become a series
or anything, but the Rainbow Passage drama has been going on from the last stream, and I looked into one of their directors, director of resettlement. We've been criticizing a lot, saying he's a little weird. That being Animal J Smith, the director of resettlement at Rainbow Passage, the very broken, weird, sketchy website that promises to save LGBTQ people from dangerous situations. Animal J Smith, because everyone's being like, oh, you're attacking an old man. Animal guy in the picture, longtime AIDS advocate and lived with AIDS for years. You shaming him and this org is disgusting. I'm sorry, but the shit we're about to see, it deserves to be shamed, alright? Because if you click on his links and go to his Tumblr, Toastify initially found this. There's some pretty interesting stuff. He does 9/11 roleplay in Discords as a dog, and dog roleplay. So, when they watch footage of the attacks and react as if they are watching on the day. Notes from all fours. This is Tipster's new best friend that he's vehemently defending. This is the guy in charge of saving people in desperate situations, alright? Treats gladly accepted. 24-hour pup life. At everyone. Tomorrow we will be having 9/11 RP night, starting at the usual times for movies. We will be watching full TV coverage of 9/11. Pretending this is the first time we've seen it. You must be in character in voice chat. No one's taken me up on it yet, but we're still 2 weeks out. I'm actually serious with this offer. I am an established performance artist and composer with 33 years experience and trained as an actor, director, kink practice of puppy play. And anyone who's crazy enough to do it needs to be aware of the frank, psychological, emotional, and spiritual danger in this kind of RP. Dude, he's going to the edge, bro. I take precautions before going on it cold. This RP could really help folks who have unresolved issues around 9/11 and want a deeper understanding of the events of the day. Yeah, barking at the TV like with this fucking dog guy, that's gonna give you a deeper understanding to know what the pups were feeling like when the towers fell. This is why I haven't withdrawn from the world. A third of my life was almost stolen from me. I embrace it so I can live fully now as a dog. Oh, I was a kinkster and pup player, co-founder of the practice, in fact. I'm the second earliest pup, long before 2001, 14 years earlier, from 1987. Damn, dude. This guy's been on the puppy grind since, like, the 80s, dude. Yeah, how does he know he's the world's second earliest pup? Co-founder of the practice? Dude, he invented being a puppy. The September 11th roleplay consulting post, a gift that keeps on giving. Hey, faithful folks and followers.
Yeah, this is where we're gonna really get into it. Be prepared, okay? Like, look, if any of this stuff bothers you or any of that stuff, I know it's gonna bother me. I know I'm gonna rant and rave. I know it. I know it all. Okay, like, I'm not saying like this is gonna be fun, but this dude pisses me off, and I'm laughing right now because if I don't laugh, I would get extremely pissed at how this fucking guy, like, I'm sorry, as a fucking resident of New York, especially the island, like, come on, man, like, at least have a little more respect. Like, I'm not saying like you got to be in a perpetual state of fucking mourning, but like, I feel like this is like fucking disrespectful.
Friends new and old, it's late in the kennel, and I've got an early class, and I should be in bed, but I wanted to drop a note about the 9/11 roleplay post I offered to being consulted for the Discord server reenactment. I have a beautiful family whom I cherish. My master and I will celebrate our first wedding anniversary in a week. Thank you for reading my various barks and howls. He's doing like 9/11 roleplay as like a dog, and this is the guy who's gonna like save people from dangerous situations. This guy is in charge of relocating whatever you do in your free time, but he's doing this like online, like publicly online. This isn't private, he's doing this publicly. Oh, Connor's here.
How do you do RP 9/11? Like, what does that even mean? Dude!
I'm waiting for them to play this sound clip. If you've been in Krista and Ark's chat for any period of time, you would know the sound clip I'm talking about. Yeah, I see. I remember so much about it changing things and everything else. And like, I got an aunt that lives in lower Manhattan. Like, I've got family out there. Obviously, my stepdad worked over there. He did a local route, so he would deliver, you know, between like Long Island, Manhattan, all the different boroughs and everything. So like, and you know, being a local route, he would be kind of home somewhat regularly and stuff like that. So like, this stuff really like it really hits different. Like, we lost someone from our town that was in Port Authority. I remember the fire engines coming back with like the dust and I'd say soot, but it's not soot, it's ash. Like, it's genuinely like building ash and building debris, like even still on the bumpers. And mind you, it's kind of hard to rationalize. Okay, so traffic works a little bit differently there. If you've never been in a big city, it's kind of hard to explain, but like, just, it's not a far distance that I was away. But it takes like 45 minutes to get there just because of traffic. Like, you're talking about going through the tunnels and stuff like that, or the bridges, either way. But yeah, and even through all of that, like there was still stuff on the front of the engine, like even coming all that distance. So
Okay.
Holy shit, is another plane coming in?
Okay.
You start
oh
howling.
my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god. So I was telling them about the archive on Tumblr. How do we show the archive? I need suggestions. Since you've also witnessed the archive with me, how would we go about showing the archive?
Black it out and then like open post like one at a time, and then like unblack it, and we can talk about the
But
post.
I'm talking that particular post. How?
Oh, the one particular post.
Yeah.
Have you told them the lore of it?
No.
I've They don't know. How do you even introduce this?
Dude, is it even possible? Okay, so I clicked on archive and there's a preview of everything he's retweeted, right? It's not naked people, but it's people who are like ready to go doggy mode. They're in their like doggy gear or whatever, in their underwear or whatever. There's a preview of someone about to go dog mode for his master, and it shows the back of him, and he looks under the age of 18.
It's very age ambiguous. Very, very age ambiguous. Looks like 13, 14 years old on this guy's Tumblr page.
Yeah, we have him jacking off to like Good Friday and shit like that.
On stream.
Well, everything's like, dude, what's with these people? Like, okay, so it's like, if you do something weird in the privacy of your own home, okay. But like, why is this guy's whole social media thing? It's like Tipster on steroids, dude.
Horny and tired, but you want to masturbate, but are too tired too. So you just sit there, getting hornier, wishing someone would just come do it for you. Why are you posting that on your public page? Why are you posting that? You're 62, by the way.
AKA Pup Bruiser.
Pup Bruiser.
He's been by many names of the years. Doggo Man, Spot, Fido. This is like normal shit that like this. Like, bro.
Okay, why? This is Tipster's new best friend.
Yeah,
This
like
guy,
Tipster, this is the guy Tipster's endorsing.
we're not just scrolling some random guy's page. We're not just like, well, we found some guy on Tumblr and he posts weird stuff. No, this is Tipster's best friend and also
Yeah, dude,
one
he's
of the
getting
owners of Rainbow
protected.
Passage.
He's an age activist. This is disgusting. Don't bully him. Tipster's like, yeah, I love this guy. I'm gonna go on his page right now, dude. I'm gonna go on all fours right now. Notes for all fours, dude.
I
It's also
want to
funny
say
that they're like,
something
don't
so
bully AIDS
mean.
activists. It's like, are we going
All
on
right,
stream
fuck it.
saying like,
I'm
you
just gonna
deserve to have
say,
AIDS or something?
What if this is Tipster's weight loss program? He's just gonna, you know, casually contract AIDS from a furry with a 9/11 role-playing server who can help give him guidance, but then, you know what? This is Tipster's moved on from the healthy relationship with alcohol. He's now wanting to have a healthy relationship with HIV.
Then like, what do you? We're bullying him for his disgusting, like, fucking sexually degenerate dog posts.
Yeah, it's like the sketchiness of Rainbow Passage and shit like that.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. He's posting
Dude,
horrible
Tipster
things.
wants to be a fucking pup in training so he can be Keffel's little puppy.
He's
One day,
learning
dude.
from the-
He's learning from the
Jake.
Grandmaster Dog, dude. He's learning from Animal J. Smith himself.
He clearly has it figured out.
Yeah,
I
dude.
mean, that guy's been doing it for decades. Dude.
He's been doing it since before Tipster was even born, dude. What is this? Cuddle Dom deactivated?
Okay, so here's my edgy joke on that one. So what did you shout like when the tower fell? Did you still shout Jenga? Like Allah Akbar? Like what did you
2023, March 25th, May 25th. Manhandling but soft and intimate, lightly grabs your face, lifting up and kissing you. Dude, why does it always have to be so sexual? Dude, why can't there just be like a company like Rainbow Passage or whatever who's like trying to be like legitimate and it's not sketchy or whatever, and it's just run by like normal people? Like I literally look up one guy from Rainbow Passage and their entire history is just like 9/11
Oh my
roleplay,
God.
puppy, dommy mommy. Like what the fuck's going on?
Okay, that's so unironically funny. I'm kind of jealous I didn't think of that. So Jim's thing here is you got two teams with two towers, right? Every time your team successfully removes a brick from your tower, you then take a paper airplane and throw it at the other team's tower. That's so evil and funny.
Dude, is there anyone that's like
It's like they have no filter for their digital footprints at all. And also, again, I would not trust someone vulnerable to be around these people. Is that bad of me? Is that like
Yes,
fucking-
here we go. Okay, so the furry, the leather fur, which is what I believe this person technically qualifies as, The leather fur that we're discussing is the one in the orange mask, you know, just because I know it's easy to get confused. But yeah, so the orange masked leather fur here is the one we're talking
fucking hateful
about.
of me. Like, I don't think so. I would not trust someone vulnerable around them. I just don't.
Yeah, this guy's gonna take care of you.
There you go.
And yeah, someone who's like struggling as an individual, they need him. That's definitely what they need.
Wait, what? Wait, this is now the page for Rainbow Passage. This is the main
What happened?
page.
They
You
totally
posted
deleted
the
it.
what the
Oh
fuck's
my
going on,
God.
dude? Wait, what?
Wait, did they remove their donation link?
I don't know. Wait,
No
where
post to
is
display.
their team here?
Oh, here we go. Is he still on here?
Yeah, of course. Animal's
Yep.
still on here. My boy Animal. So Animal
Wait,
is
what is he
the
using this
director of Resettle, right? So this is his
Yeah.
stage, right? Step 3. We ensure the client is given their own space and never meant to feel as though they are unwelcome in the space. The ideal host is looking for more than just a good deed. They are open to adding more friends to their circle and introducing their client to their surroundings.
What? No. Why are you?
This is the surrounding, dude.
Okay.
Okay, all I'm gonna do is so 3 tabs, okay? 3 tabs, and this makes my point. Animal, director of Resettle. Resettle. Ideal host is looking for someone to introduce them to their surroundings. Animal.
Oh god.
That's it, dude.
24/7 King. So by the way, he's very open that he's 24/7 constantly.
Yeah, you can like rent him out as like a pup. Snap from a sweet weekend service for Master. Master.
He's like 24/7. So that means that when he's hosting you, he is dressed up as a dog.
Yeah, he's 24/7 ready to go like pup mode, dude. He literally lives as a dog. He
I
calls
don't even
himself a
have
pup.
words like
He's a 24/7 service dog.
I don't even have words for like this type of person. Like, is this Tipster's new merch? Does anybody know? Mark safe from. Okay. All right. Well, keep
Why
going.
it look kind of sexual too? Because it is. Yeah, also, what the fuck is that? Can you show that on?
Wait, is that actual bro?
Was that-
This is Instagram. Why is dude? We go to the one member of Rainbow Passage, and all of a
Oh my
sudden there's
God.
cock everywhere, dude. Like,
Furry
is this?
fucking horse.
Yeah,
Fucking
what?
wolf
How
dog.
is this like a legit organization? And of course, Tipster's gonna be like, well, see, guys, they have business numbers, so they're legitimate. They have a tax ID number.
Jeffrey Epstein
Yeah.
had a fucking
Yeah.
tax number for probably his island. Like that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
If Tipster put he should put this for like Jeffrey Epstein. Someone should edit Jeffrey Epstein's like organization.
Yeah, what was the fucking IRS number for that, bro?
Yeah.
Like, what the
I mean,
fuck?
like, yeah. Come on now. Like that doesn't mean anything.
Like, how can it get this bad with the Rainbow Passage, bro?
Okay, speaking of Jeffrey, the island owner, I did find something else out recently interesting, and I was looking at this. Okay, for the whole potential of maybe some other topics. So, okay, is anybody vaguely familiar or aware of like who JF Jarapay is? So JF here, I'm eventually going to cover him. He's got quite an interesting story where his wife disappeared like, almost a year ago. We're coming up on a year. We're closer to a year than we are away from. So 3 months away from being a year, back in July. His wife, who is a this lovely individual right here. She's a little bit she's high on the crayon count, low on the brain cell count. Anyway, she decided that she was going to, according to his story, R.I.P. Mama Potato. Thank you, someone in chat saying that before I had to. I did not want to make the potato statement. I didn't want to be the first one. Anyway, she ended up wanting to go out, because she looks like the type that would want to go out and forage like Bear Grylls out in the woods. I know that just looking at that face tells you everything about her survival instincts, and the crayon count, like I told you. But this lovely potato wanted to go be amongst the trees, and JF apparently just dropped this woman off and let her go, just free into the wind. And she has not, as far as I know, been seen from since. Okay. Couple things that are a little interesting with this story. First of all, JF like half remodeled his home immediately after her leaving. And I'm not kidding. Like, he's got videos talking about like him repairing walls and like sanitizing the entire home. He then also has several streams where he's been on stream talking about how he would get away with murder. Not saying he did anything, but this guy's actually not stupid. Like, he's actually a neuroscientist, graduated from Duke University. Like, is I believe he even like did some collegiate level work there, and like was funded, and this is the one that I just recently learned, actually funded and given a grant by Mr. Epstein. And it is the exact same Mr. Epstein. But yeah, he was actually funded by him at one point for doing some studies and stuff like that. Like it's just, this is such a wild story that I've had this in my index of stories to cover for a while, but there is so many different like offshoots of this rabbit hole to go down that I don't even know totally where to start. Like this is all related to Mr. Medicare and fucking blood sports because he's got ties with Andy Worski. You know, he's an evil Canadian French genius, but he also has been diagnosed like narcissistic and all this stuff. Like he was told by, he got into some legal trouble basically with his wife because she is like legitimately potato level. Like she's got like guardianship through her parents and stuff. But yeah, I just found out this whole little like side tangent that he was funded by Jeffrey Epstein, and that one just like totally threw me off. So but yeah, sorry, sidetrack from the furry degenerate leather fur 9/11 role playing that we're watching here, because whatever.
Bro, like every little thing about it. And apparently the social media manager, you probably know more about this, is like apparently in like a bunch of drama, Euphoria Tori. They know Keffels or something?
I know like vaguely of Euphoria Tori. I'm sure people in the chat would probably know a lot more. But I know that Euphoria Tori is like best friends with Keffels.
Yeah, I've heard even more beyond that. He's got like breeding fetishes, that guy does. He is just a whole bucket of fucking weird. He really is.
Keffels. I think there's allegations that they like this trans person died and they tried to claim that they were like best friends with this trans person and all sorts of this stuff, and it turned out that the trans person like hated them, so they just like lied about them.
So, like, so Rainbow Passage hires like the best people. Like, why would you hire this guy? Like, okay, he's doing weird stuff with his puppy roleplay. Let's say best case scenario, it's just like he's a degen, but he's like basically like staying with himself and just other people who like puppy things, whatever, just barking away, having a good time, right?
Watching 9/11 videos.
Why? Yeah, watching 9/11, barking at it. Why would you get someone like this to be the director in this company and also the director of resettling specifically? Is he like some secret like genius and we don't know about it? What makes him qualified other than he's gay and likes to be a puppy? Like, what makes him qualified? Like, you have to be more than just gay.
Well, okay, here's the thing: is people claim that he's like an activist, but haven't we like looked him up? Like, I can't find.
Yeah, what is he activist for? Like saying he wants to like be a service dog.
That makes him an activist.
Because he's horny online. That makes him an activist. He's brave. He's showing his dog pics on.
Okay.
Yeah, and also, if it's just about like helping trans people, what is this like weird paragraph at the end of every page? In a world that often seems unkind, Rainbow Passage is the light we find. A sanctuary. It's like, yeah, it's like what?
Is this like normal? Okay, is this like a normal thing? Is there other charities that like offer the same thing that we can like compare? And
yeah, so someone actually did give me one to compare. Rainbow
Mario?
Railroad. That someone said was more legit, like Rainbow Railroad.
Well, immediately the site looks better.
Yeah, instantly the site looks better. Okay.
At Rainbow Railroad, we help LGBT Black people in these countries escape violence and persecution by providing direct funding and relocation assistance.
So
see, they already like say something that like the other Rainbow Passage.
So is this like, I'm gonna get canceled for saying what I'm about to say. I feel like it's April. We're beyond women's history. We're beyond Black history. I'm safe, I think. Okay. Is this like the fucking Underground Railroad for like LGBTQ plus community? Is that what this is supposed to like be? Am I missing something here? Because I immediately went to like, this is the HIV furry roleplay equivalent of Harry Tubman. Rainbow Passage, is that what it was? Rainbow Passage. Yeah, that's a different railroad completely, Jim. I don't think there's a month that I'm outside of that I would be safe saying that. Like what do you do? I mean, it's from the sounds of it with the housing and stuff, they've got to deal with it. Finding safe rebuilding. We offer a virtual lifeline to those escaping danger, providing safe passage and supportive housing at no cost. Okay, so basically it's an above ground, underground railroad for gay people and LGBTQ plus whatever IA people. And so like, now I've got other questions. Archer Drive, XID number. Okay. So like, what are they making? Oh, I'm gonna have to potentially ruin a little bit of some information that I had saved. It's not bookmarks. There is open. I've got this great little website. Yes, it's this one. Search. I just searched the ID number. Wait a minute. Okay, so the site I'm on is called ProPublica. This is it's kind of like a little bit better infographic. See if we get to search it this way. Oh, search. How did I search this? So you can see I was looking at open hand stuff, but EIN, it's 91. Okay, so what is theirs? It's a 92, so this should be the corrected number. Let's just see if I can. I had some nifty stuff pulled up if I ever covered this. It's really honestly needed the name of the site. Is this me, or is this like, why does nothing come up? Okay, just for giggles, all I'm gonna do is swap this number around because this is the EIN for immediately. Okay, does that not strike anybody else as weird? Am I missing something here? And this is not like a site like strictly for Open Hand Foundation. Like, I should be able to search any like nonprofit, like Rainbow Railroad should come up. Yeah, right here. See? Like, I can see the revenues and everything else. But why is it that the Rainbow Passage does not? Is it? Maybe I just missed it when I was looking. Is this not fucking weird? Yeah. 7/6/2012. They mistype it. 7/6/2012. No. Did I maybe just mistype it? Copy and pasting? But like, okay, so they're a charity, but like, you guys see this stuff, right? There's nothing. Remember, oh, they've been a charity since January of this fucking year. No wonder there's nothing. Again, just to go back since 2015, see like what the data should look like, and I should be able to even like look at the tax filings to kind of see like the type of stuff. So Tipster's straight up throwing out a charity that he supports that has existed for all of 4 months, almost 4 months, roughly 4 months, because I don't know exactly when. I don't know if that showed the date when that was created, but that's a little interesting to me, other than just, yeah, January, blah, blah. I probably can ask my wife. She knows how to dig into this stuff. This is literally what she does for work, but has no 990s. Yeah, that's weird. Like, why would you just go about supporting a charity that, like, you literally have no idea, other than them throwing this passage at the bottom of every freaking little thing? Volunteer sign up or team. Ooh, why is this site is like so, it's not awful, okay? I'll give it to them. That's not an awful site. I've seen worse, namely the open hand stuff, but still, this is just okay. All right, well, now we know what it is. So this is the modern Harriet Tubman.
So Rainbow Passage said that, like, we can't give you any money or help you in any way. It's only for, like, transportation or whatever. These people are just saying assistance looking for transportation and money. So they're just giving you tools to help you get out of the situation yourself and look up, like, these means yourself with money and then, like, I guess, like, a referral or whatever. Whereas Rainbow Passage, they're literally getting you to house with the volunteers that sign up. Like, there's even, like, a sign-up thing where you can, like, sign up to be a volunteer and then the client intakes would end up, like, matching with you or whatever. And one of these people who was a follower or volunteer in the Discord was openly doxing. And one of the people that they brought on.
Whoa, that's kind of a big deal. Hold on, let me go.
Thing where you can, like, sign up to be a volunteer and then the client intakes would end up, like, matching with you or whatever. And one of these.
I wonder what. I could see her. Oh my! I could go down a dark path, but honestly, you chose a way better path with the polio. I wonder if Harriet Tubman was in any polio survival roleplay groups. That is awful. Community manager.
People who was a follower or volunteer in the Discord was openly doxing. And one of the people that they brought on as a director of resettlement is, like, a pup, like, brain riddled man. So it's like, do they vet these people? Like, this, you know, this reminds me of, like, BetterHelp, except like actually more like
well, BetterHelp like offer to like have people come pick you up from your home and take you away.
Yeah,
that's another thing this is doing. It's basically saying we will also take you away from your home, which some people might need. They might need some sort of rescue. So not that alone isn't necessarily a bad thing, but with the idea of everything combined, the lack of like what seems to be any kind of filtering process, then that's when it becomes, do we just trust any person who signs up to just come take them away from their home? If they identify as gay, is that all it takes? You just say that you're LGBT and you struggled, and then you can come pick up struggling people.
And then like where are they going, right? Because
Right.
like they do say they have like assisted people to find like other ways of housing, kind of like Rainbow Railroad, but they're also saying you can go with your host, which is like the main difference, right? But let's continue looking at Rainbow Railroad so we can see kind of like the differences. So we already have a professional show like endorsing them. We have like a bunch of like really credible outlets that go through like a bunch of checks and balances. I'm pretty sure.
I kinda wanna see
like
what
how
he
much
finds
comes up
with
even
this,
when you
if
look
he
up Rainbow
finds this.
Passage? Like, is there any articles or like under news? There's nothing. So when we do Rainbow Railroad, is it the same or no? Rainbow Railroad has a ton of results.
Yeah, so why would you ever do Rainbow Passage? And
Well, you guys can see why that was.
this is an option?
Yeah, but like one of the things I don't like.
Sorry,
about
I might have like accidentally spoiled some stuff with this. Like I said, I know about what's going on. I know bowblax is kind of funny and does pretty good as far as like his coverage and stuff. I didn't actually watch this stream. I just kind of trusted the source a little.
Rainbow
So.
Passage, like, what am I donating my money to? Tipster's like,
Oh,
donate to this to help trans people. Is this going to be used to save, like, help trans people? Is going to be used for animals' new leash? Like,
What does this pay for, really? You know, they don't really have a track record. They don't have anything, so what am I giving my money to? Rainbow Railroad has a track record. What does their website look like? Do they have other information about, like, their processes and shit?
well, yeah, we should take a look at that, to be fair. The global nonprofit organization that helps people in risk, based in US and Canada. Since our founding, we've helped
Again, it's $7.5 million or whatever it was that you guys saw on ProPublica. Yeah.
over 13,000 individuals.
By the way, that resource, like, you guys can use. It's I don't have anything special access about that. You guys can go on ProPublica and look that stuff up.
And we've been included on the CBS show 60 Minutes. History was founded in 2006. Volunteer.
It basically makes like a nicer, easier way to digest and read like the stuff. Okay, so like going to the open hand thing, all that ProPublica does is it just makes it a lot easier to digest the information. Like that, like when Mudahar was talking about things, like there was some things that like kind of really interest me on this with the expenses, the liabilities, the assets. No, this was the wrong one. This was the wrong open hand. That's right. I also wanted to show that there was like two of them. I think it was this one. Yeah. No financial data. I'd have to go through my links and everything. I know I've got information showing that there was multiple open hands and that the open hand, there's Open Hands Foundation, and then there's the Open Hand Foundation Inc., which I believe is his. But this also didn't have the full tie-in with everything the way I thought it would with it's the other one. Bear with me. I'm just going to keep playing this while I look at
Run
something really
organization
quick.
with a diverse group of people, scaled up operations in 2015 and 13. Core program, emergency travel support. Program 1, cash assistance. That's something that Rainbow Passage said they wouldn't do. Partner development, crisis response, information services, and referrals.
This also looks like it's relating to different countries. Like, this doesn't look like it's in the U.S. Travel, we provide this to a safer country where the person's basic rights and freedoms are upheld. Does that say that in Rainbow Passage? It seems more like a U.S.-based.
It's a U.S. only thing. I know when you like apply for help or whatever, it's like it's only U.S. Yeah, displaced from hate in the United States. And I think their thing is that like, oh, we're gonna get you out of like Texas and Florida. Apparently those are like the really transphobic states. I don't really know enough, but I assume there's like laws or something there that is bad.
Right.
But like, yeah, I mean, this is about like bringing people from like even more
Middle East.
homophobic countries, like illegal to be gay countries, to
Yeah.
U.S. and Canada. And
Right.
usually it seems like a lot of their work is just like getting cash to people and stuff like that. You know, we work with over 30 global partners. Yeah, like obviously I'd have to do even more research if I were to like officially get sponsored by these guys. Obviously I do more research than what I've done on stream so far. But like
Right.
from just what we've looked at, like I think it seems
It's a different program, they have a lot more history. You know what you're giving your money to more. At least from what we see, there's not any weird people who are directly involved in the relocating of individuals and also possibly housing individuals.
yeah, and I mean
Right.
already this like sponsor a case or whatever, request help or all of this is like way more in depth and actually gives important information than what's on like Rainbow Passage, where they ask questions like, "Are you black?" I'm like, what?
Yeah, like what is your race? Yeah, I mean, basically what this looks like is it looks like it's something trying to cosplay Rainbow Railroad.
Yeah.
It looks like it's something trying to cosplay Rainbow
I
Railroad
found
based
it.
on the fact that we don't have any history to work with. And there's some weird.
Okay, so yeah, here. This is the right one. I had to look through my links because there was the other open hand. So this shows the actual open hand foundation stuff. So their expenses, which this always drove me crazy because when you look at like something else comparatively, like we'll just go back to this. Do the ProPublica and we'll do Rainbow Railroad, ProPublica, boom, we'll go here. See this? Okay. I'm gonna educate you maybe a little bit. Alrighty. So you have your revenue, that's your money in, okay? Your expenses, money out. Assets. Technically you should be able to dissolve your assets and turn it into money. Okay? And then your liabilities, which you would take your liabilities, or basically like expenses for your assets. It's kind of best and easiest and quickest way for me to explain that to you. Okay? See this? all this is going from 2022. So they haven't filed taxes yet this year. They're probably a mid-year. So they probably file in June. Typically a business can file in either June or in January. Typically those are the 2 times. I mean, you could really file whenever throughout the year, but just understand that those are typical filing times. Okay. This is what a really truly legitimate, like, not-for-profit looks like. And this is obviously a public not-for-profit. They're getting donations and contributions. Boom. You know, their investment income. So they have money that they obviously have sitting because they have it probably in just different like portfolios and stuff like that to help their money make money, and it just helps grow the business, but they can't actually have a profit. It's convoluted at best. But you know, salaries and wages, and what percentages of these things are, fundraising, sales of assets. So they sold some things, they lost a little bit on their sales for that. But this is basically what like kind of want to look at. Basically, it takes your assets minus the liabilities, gives you your net assets, and then right above that, you have your total contributions. You would add this in, minus, and subtract this out of that as well. And that would give you kind of a broad business valuation of assets and actual monies on hand. This also goes deeper and goes down like year by year. And you can see like how much they've grown, like what their revenue was for 2021, what their expenses were. And if you look at all this, they have these 4 main categories. Is really what I wanted to point out. They have revenue, expenses, income, and assets. Okay. You have to, like, it is a business. Okay. Why is their liabilities missing? Why is all their money in revenue or all their money in assets? There's so many questions I have that Mudahar didn't even totally touch on. I saw some great other accountants cover this. I'm not an accountant. I work in the accounting field. I am not an accountant. But these expenses, like, look, like, just when you're talking about the amount of money here, you know, again, here, we'll look at a similar year to their total. 2020 revenue 1.2 million, expenses 1.182 million, their income, net assets. I mean, this was kind of a break even for them, but still they had all that stuff. And then somehow really recently in 2022 they like blew up. Okay. But then when you look at the stuff with Open Hand, it's all weird. It's weird. Their assets and their expenses and their income and revenue never truly line up. And like, it gets even worse when like you can do this on here, which is kind of cool. Like, you can actually look at the filings, and this is the stuff that hey GG, I'm going through a brief accounting like walkthrough of the Open Hand Foundation and how this looks a little bit sus, and what a sus foundation looks like compared to what a solid foundation, which would be this the Underground Railroad for the LGBTQ community, the Harriet Tubman, and then this kind of ghetto Harriet Tubman furry HIV
Weird people involved,
9/11
including
role
notorious
playing
liars and like open sexual degenerates. I
do
don't know
with
if
that
it's legit,
information what
Yeah,
you
because it could
will.
just be it could
I mean, honestly, I'm just showing you like what a good legitimate company that they're looking at right now looks like, what a illegitimate TED company would look like. Obviously, we know what happened with the Completionists, if you followed any of that. And obviously, we don't have anything to go off of for this company because it looks like they just started in January.
just be a facade, like it could just be something fake. That's just me alleging it, but that's just what I see when I look at it. That's my immediate impression, like genuinely.
Yeah, and look at how much more in-depth this is. So this is like the client intake that we've been looking at so far with Rainbow Passage. And then look at like this page in comparison. Like request help, verification, develop a plan. Like it goes super in-depth on all this. Like the request form actually asks for information that like is more important than like you need access to HRT. Can you only get access to HRT safely like through a doctor? So like,
well, that's, yeah, I mean that's a whole other thing. It's like,
there's
so
something.
It becomes where what now you're violating the state laws on HRT, and also you're violating like, I mean, what does that mean? Like you're giving HRT to people who don't have medical notes for it. Like they've not been medically prescribed it. Tori is best friends with Keffels too, by the way, if y'all don't know. So.
Are you fucking serious? So this person's also very close friends with Keffels. Okay. Not too long ago, I went through the whole tipster thing with Keffels, and the Capaway Ranch stuff. And, you know, look, I pulled shit off fucking kiwi farms. Fucking sue me. But the information that I found, I was able to find additional information that I even showed in stream and even had in my little Holly Jolly song that I did. Yeah, I just, the way I was trying to just totally put everything is that you basically want your hard assets have to have some liquidity to them, and I kind of gave a really high glossed over level of all of that accounting because I didn't think anybody would care. But basically that's if you want to selling hard assets. Yeah, and then there's also certain things because there's depreciating assets, like, you know, vehicles for a company. People think that a vehicle is an asset. Well, it's actually not. It's a depreciating asset. It actually loses value every year. Obviously, people say, you know, when you drive a new car off the lot, but there's even other depreciation value or things that go into it. But yeah, basically the hard assets you would take and you could sell your hard assets, liquidating them. And then you would have your liquid assets. Your liquid assets with your revenue combined total would be your total liquidity. And then minus your expenses, minus any losses, minus any asset liabilities, which would kind of be more of the depreciating asset stuff side. That gives you your actual whole valuation. Back to what I was saying. See, this is what happens. I talk about my work and I forget things. Or was I? So we went over all of that. Looked at the good one, looked at the bad one, looked at even some tax forms. I don't know. I'm just gonna get back to playing the video. Oh, Tipster, Capaway Ranch. No. But yeah, there was the Bob. What is it? Bob posting? Bob splaining? Bob something? Bob posting Twitter. I think this was the person. That did nothing for me. I was bold pulling that up on stream. Bob posting. Yeah, so it was Bob posting. That was the one that was friends with Keffels. That they had the DIY HRT thing, and you can even see some of the stuff just coming up in results here. But so it's kind of a little more concerning to hear that this mod for Tipster / the person that he's condoning here is part of that same group. And then here on their website, they've got freaking stuff talking about HRT access and everything else.
And also, I'm pretty sure on the Capaway Ranch server, which openly was giving HRT to minors, very fetishized HRT to minors. So it's no surprise that there's possibly another link here to weird behind the back HRT shit.
They just have all the information like so readily available. Like all this information's here, easy to get it. Like any questions I would have, probably the answer is within this website with the Rainbow Railroad.
No puppies, dude.
Yeah, wait, there's no like really weird looking fucking guy like staring into the camera on the leadership team.
Let's see, maybe they're let's look. Do we pup play people?
Yeah, is there anyone named like Animal or like Puppy Boy or like any weird like new names?
Yeah, weird strange names like Child or something.
Oh, he's like the director of
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Do you trust Veronica?
Then, you also had the more recent mod that totally kind of flipped on Keffels and Tipster, but then it was kind of I don't know. I didn't watch the video, so I don't want to knock anybody, but they also had some weird history involving housing minors that were fleeing homes, and they were transitioning and they were teen, and it was just kind of a sketchy situation, to put it lightly.
Or Animal. I mean,
I think reality is.
her history doing.
You know what? That's ironic. I didn't even think about that, Gigi.
Like all this shit. His history is that he's had AIDS. like his credentials are literally. I'm qualified to do this because I've had AIDS for 34 years. That's literally his qualification. Meanwhile, you go on this
What's
website.
your qualification?
Like
AIDS.
And here's just like this is like the #1 thing. They only could put a paragraph, and they decided to mention multiple times that he has AIDS. Okay, this is resettlement pathway. So another resettlement guy. He likes hikes, swimming, and cooking. What about barking? Dude, I don't know if I can trust this guy, bro.
Does he bark and does he like?
Dude, does he go on all fours? I mean, congrats that you survived AIDS, but like.
So then this
dog in
progresses
San Francisco.
into this, which we're about to get into some degenerate shit. I kind of want to move past the. We're not getting anywhere on that.
61.
I think I've covered it to
Pup,
death.
1987. Fur,
Keffels has a
1997.
pop
Survived
fetish.
AIDS and 9/11. LGBTQ+ and AIDS activist. 37 years. Don't ever underestimate me. Cisgendered male dog. What? He's
Hashtag
cisgendered?
blue check. Hashtag blue checks lose. Sorry, bro. He owned you.
I lost, dude. Fuck.
Dude.
Wait, should we click on doghouse.org/members? Why is it taking so long to load? We're going into the doghouse. Do I have to turn
Why
off
is it-
the shields, man?
Yeah, let your shields down. Let everything just crawl.
Let
right
it
into
all
your PC.
in, dude.
Let it all in your PC. Wait, the doghouse.org has like a bunch of archives on archive.org.
Dude.
Wait, I want to see what this is. What is this?
Oh my god.
Oh
Skinhead?
So
my
this
God.
is his OG website from the 90s. We
This
have
is
found
Web
animals,
1.0 looking shit.
deep dark secrets.
Why does it say skinhead on there? Look at that.
Whoa,
What?
isn't that like Nazi shit?
That does mean you're Nazi. Yes.
Dude, Tipster supporting Nazi dogs?
What the fuck?
Nazi gay
It's a-
Harry
look, I
Tubman
noticed it had my
dogs?
owner is.
Jesus
I have a new level of
Christ.
respect.
What?
This is a different
What the
level
I can
of
barely
anything I
read this. Is
thought.
like visual aids. Dude, I'm getting aged just like him. Master property of. Dude, no. 18. Oh
Bob the
no. The
Builder.
corner says 18. Oh. Okay, this page is like good though.
Okay, wait, does skinhead have another meaning?
It'd be more like Bob the bathtub refitter.
I don't know about that. I only know that it's Nazi.
I believe in freedom and expression association, but I also believe the right to restrict access to information to people who do not feel trustworthy of having it.
Oh
This includes the
my
government of the United
God.
States or the British Isles, or any agency, therefore any declared friend of the former, or any agency of any enemy of them, or easily offended or moral. Wait,
What
this
is
is
this fucking like
wait
manifesto thing?
Wait, should we have someone who's so anti-government in charge of?
Wait, he's basically saying he doesn't want the government to look at his website, right? So like, what are you hiding, bro?
Yeah, you were not given permission to follow the doghouse. If you are offended, you may turn back now.
Skinhead link page. I just what?
Where's
What
the
does that mean?
skinhead stuff? I am not a skinhead, but my owner is. I have a new level of respect for them and links to some.
What? No. No. So these are I'm okay. So we have racist, gay, leather fat or leather fur, Harriet Tubman, 9/11 role playing. Like, where do I even throw that one in there, bro? You know, there's people, Tipster, that you should not have in your life. I am not one to say who those people should be, but if there's evidence pointing towards anyone, and you know, I'm just gonna point it out. Okay, does this hark back to anything? Like, oh my god, Tipster, why do you surround yourself with not just like skinheads? I don't even know like how to. I'm trying to like contextualize this. Like, how do you even say this? Like, you could sit there and be like, oh well, they're gay skinheads that run a Harriet Tubman-esque foundation for the LGBTQ people, but that still doesn't fit in the 9/11 role play and the leather fat stuff. Like, the leather fur crap, like, oh my god. And then I mean, you could almost sit there and say the guy's kind of like renting himself out. So is he the guy doesn't have good looks. I apologize. So I'm not gonna sit here and call him an escort, but he's not a boy, so I can't call him a rent boy. Like, what is this? What the fuck is this?
Tell me more. Pony, girl, and boy page.
What?
All-
Maybe these links work.
Should we even try?
Well, it's
Might say
archive.org,
vaush.
right? It looks safe. Yeah,
If you are European, then there's nothing here that's.
Which, by the way, we're also going to get back around to the whole vaush thing. I know I haven't really totally covered that, but when we get into the food shops thing, I'll give a little preface because I did make sure to watch that to kind of understand. There's that basically circles around to the whole vaush argument, and food shops, I will hand it to them, did a fantastic job of pointing out a very, very nuanced thing with vaush that a lot of people overlooked. I think I hadn't heard it before now.
Excessive. So this is only offensive to the 1996 Americans. Okay, is skinhead okay?
I mean, there's someone tied, but they're wearing like full clothes, just laying on the ground. That's it. So, I don't know what this is though. What am I looking at?
The Kennel Club?
Contact list is for gay bi skins around the globe. What is a skin? Is that a term? Is this some term I don't understand? Is there any like gay people in the chat who can tell me what skinhead means in terms of like being gay? Is that what this is?
Yeah, I like the indented paw prints in the background. The SM fetish press have gotten massive expansion as of late, and anyone can
Oh my
change into the most
God.
divine of masters and the most moving of slaves.
I knew this is
this
deep,
is like
like,
we've
but
stumbled upon such a weird deranged rabbit hole.
Dude,
And this is the guy again who's in charge of resetting.
you guys are seeing
This
my
is just
genuine
defending-
reaction to this shit. Like, I knew about this. I knew about it as a whole thing. Like, I knew what I was clicking on when I got us to this, like the doghouse stuff and the Telegram stuff. I knew where it was going, but I didn't know all this.
by the way, can we get Tipster's defense tweet? I want to just like show everything like in a row.
Okay,
Oh my god, Nazis
So,
did make
I
the
looked it up.
trains run on
there is a term
time.
called gay skinhead. This is what Wikipedia has to say about gay skinheads.
Okay.
A gay skinhead, also known as a gay
You know what? Alex Jones is looking increasingly more sane compared to some of this stuff.
Skin or a queer skin is a gay person who identifies with the skinhead subculture. Some gay skinheads have a sexual fetish for skinhead clothing styles. Gay skinheads figure in the work of gay artists such as Canadian painter, filmmaker. Gay skinheads have been featured on the catwalks of fashion designers. There exists a vibrant gay skinhead social scene.
Wait. Am I misinterpreting this entire fucking thing? Wait, no, it can't be that. Can it? Okay, bear with me.
For skinhead clothing styles. Gay
He's bald. Like, did they not know the other ones exist? Like, is he going on skinhead because he's literally bald? Like, does he not know about the other group? Wait a minute. It can't be that. Like, I genuinely cannot believe that it can be that simple, but like...
Okay. So I looked it up. There is a term called gay skinhead. This is what Wikipedia has to say about gay skinheads.
Okay.
A gay skinhead, also known as a gay skin or a queer skin, is a gay person who identifies with the skinhead subculture. Some gay skinheads have a sexual fetish for skinhead clothing styles. Gay skinheads figure in the work of gay artists such as Canadian painter.
Exactly. I'm bringing the word back. No, you can't bring that word back.
Filmmaker. Gay skinheads have been featured on the catwalk.
I actually watched that on stream at one point. Jim can attest to that.
Fashion designers. There exists a vibrant gay skinhead social scene, both online and at events. In
Except I totally forgot that they actually drop N-bombs in that clip.
Europe and the United Kingdom. Some results that show up on Google is Demons in the City of Angeles, gay neo-Nazis in Southern California. NBC News, titled, I was a neo-Nazi skinhead. Not all skinheads who are gay fetishize the skinhead image. These individuals may prefer not to be referred to as gay skins because of the sexual connotations, and they may not associate with self-identity.
Okay, like, is he a raider? Now I need to know. Okay, I have to know this. Ugh. Ignore my typing. Hurry. No. I know I typed that awfully. Okay. Is he, though? If I find him in these results... Okay, we're going to do a little searchology here. But I'm not going to get far. Oh, that plus this because it's his actual name. Okay. I really want to know if he's in the Furry Raiders because, like, this would totally make sense. Unless his last name is not Smith. Okay. I don't see anything that's, like, a for sure result to, like, click on to go back to. But anyway, like, if you guys aren't totally aware of the whole Furry Raiders thing, if you haven't been here for one of my epic times where I've shown what the Furry Raiders are, like... if there's a group of furries that this man would fit in well with, let me tell him, I know the group for him. Unless he's a gray wolf? What is that what they were? Gray wolf? Oh, again, disregard my spelling. Because this is supposed to be like a really like edgy. We'll go with edgy. I'm trying to see if I can find the this is such a nuanced group. Wait. Nope. Yeah, here. They're like a spin-off of this group. So like this goes like to like I believe Chechenian type war. Like there's literally a furry group that spins off of this. Like a long story. How I know about that is a longer story, but I wonder
identified gay skins for the same reason.
My poor search history. It's totally okay. This, like, one thing I've learned is I have a totally separate persona and everything else that exists for this stuff. Because if anything, my entire YouTube is going to be associated with an FBI watch list. I feel like that could be an achievement. You know what? If the FBI wants to come in and watch my streams, they are more than welcome here. But I really am kind of curious, though, if this guy is either in with the Furry Raiders or with the Grey Wolves. Likely the Furry Raiders, if anything. I do have a contact that I could reach out to and ask.
Culture. So I don't know what that means, but it sounds like neo-Nazi you're skinhead. That's what it sounds like.
If you want to explore the animal within or are seeking master/owner or slave pup, this is the place for you. Just like how Rainbow Passage is the place for you. A safe place to land. In the doghouse. Safe place to land. But don't piss off Animal or you're gonna be in the doghouse.
Animal will send you there right away.
Oh my god, dude.
The dog pound, too. They have the dog pound.
Oh my god. They probably get pounded in there.
Wait, and the dog... Whoa! The dog pound is like a list of people.
What?
Yeah, the dog pound is like a list of people who have like put themselves in the dog pound. Who, like, fucking
What
buy
would
them.
have to happen?
Can I click?
What would have to happen for you to become a furry skinhead befriending gay Harriet Tubman? That's a dog. Also into 9/11 roleplay. You forgot the leather.
Or
Yeah, I
no?
don't see any bar. I don't see any pictures.
Oh my god. Max with the $2. Okay, guys, we're going into the pound. We're going into the pound. Masters and owners?
This is the pound.
What? This is where.
This is where they send you. This is where they send you.
What's more
Dude, it
Harriet?
doxes them, but this is also.
No, it doesn't show like their address.
Yeah, and this is also from like a million years ago.
It's 20,
It's from '96, right?
almost 30 years old.
Well,
Yep.
I mean, have you seen the images of this dude?
What the fuck?
Well, this is when what's his name, Mr. Animal started his like stuff. So he was probably around here,
HIV.
like-
I don't know if
positive
that would be a
boy
million
orphan
view
seeks
video,
occasional
but it
two-legged
would definitely be worth
canine
it.
companion.
Wait, so orphaned little boys who are fucking HIV
I
positive
kind of
are
want to
signing up for the dog
message
pound, which
my.
Animal is on. This is his.
I want to message the person that I talked to. Let's see if. Okay, so the person that I've been talking with. Oh god, this is gonna go down a rabbit hole. I went to the top. Is oh yeah, here we are. It's Foxler Nightfire, the leader of the furry raiders. He's been a fantastically nice person to talk to. He's very, very interesting individual, and I really want to get to talk with the dude and actually do an interview. But yeah, Foxler Nightfire, we'll go on. He's literally like this is his baby. So if there's anybody that would know about it, it would probably be him. But as you can see, he's got kind of a controversial history, to say the least. Does this include? Yeah, this doesn't even include the stuff with Rocky Mountain Fur Con or any, because I don't see anything with Rocky Mountain Fur Con. Let's see. This guy actually tried to join like legit Nazis at one point, and like so he was like not allowed to become a Nazi because basically they found out that he was a furry, and even the Nazis were like, no, we don't want furries here. So according to him, the ironics, it's very just like ironically tied together that like this happens to look like the 1990 or 1942 losing teams logo. Just yeah, see, this has got stuff about his fur affinity. See, like this doesn't even cover all of the stuff that I found out about this guy. He's just an interesting, like very how do I want to describe this guy? He's hugely intelligent, extremely intelligent dude from everything that I've seen. Okay, so this has where he was escorted out of Denver. But I thought there was the Rocky Mountain Fur Con that there was a big controversy with too. Yeah, but I might have to reach out to him to see if he knows if this animal guy's in with the fur group.
Yes.
Bondage, mental, and physical dom. Training, wheeling pups for house dog or house boy.
This is just
He needs to watch. Oh my god. How is it like, okay, I in all seriousness, how is it that some of the most like fringe groups of people have some of the most odd individuals? And like when I mean odd, like I just showed you a guy named Foxler, and basically, okay, the whole thing is that, you know, his name is the abbreviate or what is it? Amended version of Fox and the team captain for that 1942 losing team that I talked about. There is actually a Confederate for I can't remember what can't remember. I know what he looks like, so I can actually show you an image of him. Yeah, here he is. But he's even associated with the furry raiders too, I believe. But this is not to be. There's even some other very interesting named individuals, like Al Capone, that is associated with the furry raiders. Yeah, they're. If anything, I will give them that they're unique. This group, but just like in general, how is it that there's so many weird like like when you get into like the more inclusive the group, like the LGBTQ community, we have now like distilled down to a gay leather fur skinhead who does 9/11 roleplay, also runs the gay the gay the gay above ground railroad. Sorry, Harriet, you're still in the dark. I just
That's not
how
speculation. As I say,
how do we
definitely has a
find
fetish
these
for
fucking
people who are wanting to sign up and be like taken in and trained.
And now he's talking about
Yeah, let's train
houseboys.
the
so-
pups in.
If you have that as a fetish, why are we trusting him in charge of people, in charge of resettling people who are vulnerable?
This line really gets me. Like, whenever I see this guy be creepy, I'm thinking of, like, this line. The ideal host is looking for more than a good deed, adding them to their surroundings. This surrounded the dog pound.
This is what we're looking for.
This was posted 20 days before I was born.
Holy shit.
And this is what the human race is doing. I need to come save them from their depravity, and this is why I'm here.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, you can't have that. Holy fucking ass.
Oh, did he update it?
I clicked 2017, and it's like a picture of like a drawn photo of two cops like jerking off into a dog bowl, and then there's like.
Oh
man
my
underneath it.
god! Let's get, dude. I hate it when like a concept hits my ears that I didn't even like conceive of coming in a.
Oh, and I kind of got sidetracked, but I was basically saying that, like, okay, so the 1942 losing team captain plus Fox is supposedly the name where Foxler comes from, but it's actually, according to this guy, it's just his last name with his fursona. But yeah, I'm sorry that Al Capone might have been your Scooby-Doo. I can't say it with a straight face. Your Scooby-Doo porn parody villain name.
Dog bowl?
Yes, with food.
To
in it.
lap it up? Oh my god.
Oh yeah, you got to see good old Al Capone. Like, I'm sorry I keep going off on tangents here, but this is actually touching on stuff that like I've been researching actively. Oh, no, wrong one. Yeah, there's Al Capone. There's this long interview with Al Capone too, but we'll just yeah. He went with the pure white. I wonder if there was a reason for that.
God, bro.
I just-
This is who they're protecting. This is who Tipster loves. Animal. The guy in the picture, longtime AIDS activist. Shaming him and his work is disgusting. Wow, I'm against LGBTQ because I'm against this weird ass animal freak, bro. Wow, how trans.
So interesting tidbit that's actually kind of funny with the furry raiders is they get associated with being like obviously the worst of the worst, like the skinhead Nazi side of the furry stuff, but actually they're for the most part from what I've seen, you could go with Al Capone. Well, you know what? I showed you the guy. At least you've got a concept for where you can one up him, Ellington. Oh god, I'm so happy that I get to share this with you guys because you have no idea. I've got this stuff saved and ironically not gotten a knock at my door from any FBI or any alphabet soup organization yet. But yeah, they basically, the furry raiders kind of get associated with, you know, being the worst of the worst, but there's like not necessarily total proof for it. Like, okay, there's obviously Foxler with potentially, well, his words saying that he actually applied to be a Nazi, went out and did like a couple hate posts, like literally left comments on YouTube videos. And there's even more funny stuff to that. And then ultimately they found out that he's a furry and they wouldn't accept him. And then like you've got the Confederate fur, you've got like a couple other individuals, but then there's other people that are kind of like lumped in with them that are considered like either like connected to them or something, to where like all they wanted was just like they didn't support the whole equal everything for everybody. Like kind of like, okay, so the guy we saw with the beginning news article where he was, you know, we had the based furry that sat there and said, look, furries don't belong in school. Like that guy would likely be associated with the furry raiders because it's kind of contradictory to the overall what's the word I'm looking for, the overarching message that's provided by these by this group, by this furdom.
Transphobic and homophobic of me. Let's go! Tipster, heart emoji, and gay flag emoji. I don't care if I'm promoting this to my audience. I'll let all my vulnerable trans viewers fucking empty their mom's bank account in fucking Rainbow Passage donut.
Oh my god, that does actually encompass my entire search history. No. Oh god, damn it. Damn it, all because of the Brian Mullins guy. Timothy McVeigh is actually in my fucking search history. Oh, thank god Ruby Ridge is not in there though. Oh.
And fucking get taken away by animal to fucking go to the dog pound, the dog house, like, bro.
Without giving too much of the story away, basically the guy is kind of lived a very sheltered life, and he's a very like black and white individual. Foxler is, and so the whole him actually joining or attempting to join Nazis, I think it was a neo-Nazi organization. It came from the fact that like he didn't take things as black and white, so he wanted to go find out for himself, and now he's like forever tagged with this.
And just as proof, it's June 23rd, 2017 on the archive list. That's the random link I clicked. So I'm not making that up. I was just traumatized by that image. It was drawn. It's not real people, but still, what the fuck?
Bro. Holy shit. Animal J. Smith. Fucking AIDS
You're right,
man.
Necro.
Dr. AIDS man. Going 35 years pro-AIDS advocacy, dog pound extraordinaire, pounding his way into fucking Rainbow Passage to get him down the passage to the kennel, collecting all the fans, all the trans fans, tipster laps up. Ram, dude. Send him off to the pound. Crazy, dude! Oh, but I have to do better. Maybe look into who the fuck you're promoting. Oh, but dude, they have a tax ID number, so you're like, it's okay.
Oh yeah, that makes it all.
Yawn! Owned! Yeah, let me...
Well, it goes into the whole thing of, like, I know... Okay. So, from the previous... I'm just going to explain my Timothy McVeigh search history right now. Because I feel like, to the lone FBI agent listening into this, I owe you this, after what I've just put you through. So the whole thing falls on, like, we were listening to the Brian Mullins stream, and like he kept referring to these laws. Well, one of the laws was based in 93, and I thought it was tied directly to the super predator bill that was passed by the Clintons, but I found out that was slightly later, because I know there was a bunch of laws that got passed in order for them to be able to prosecute Timothy McVeigh as a domestic terrorist. Like that wasn't something that really had ever been done before, and so laws were actually passed in order to be able to do that.
Oh, did you look into this? Did you look into this? Or that's timed out. Well, I meant to put the fucking thing on screen, but just this guy, dude. Have you looked into this?
Look at my reaction.
Crazy, bro.
Let me see if I can find another snap.
Have you looked into this? Connection timed out. Oh well. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, there could be worse things, you know. Look, my search history does not contain anything about fertilizer. Yeah, it doesn't contain anything about fertilizer. Or fertilizing chemicals. Does not contain any nuclear reactor history. Oh god, if it's left unattended. I mean, I'm kind of interested in the subject, and I think it's very, very interesting, especially with the very base level stuff. Yeah. I'm probably on fucking FBI watch list for downloading that in the 90s, that, and then pulling all the telephone codes that I did back then. Yeah, Ruby, I know Ruby and Waco were in the manifesto. It's, because he was actually on the news for Waco, if I remember correctly. There was an actual news interview with McVeigh outside of Waco when that all happened. And I want to say, like, wasn't he selling stuff at Waco too? Like, I think he had maybe sold some shirts and stuff out of the back of his car. Imagine having to explain you have domestic terrorists on your search history. Oh god. You know what? I think based on that, Jim, you're probably right. You know, honestly, I don't think I'll ever be imprisoned. I'd probably be permanently entombed in a mental facility. But I don't think I'd ever actually be imprisoned, having to explain that and like dead face, like explain that to to any federal agency on why my search history contains all of these things.
The next tips for stream is gonna be crazy.
Someone tried linking him to Alex Jones a while back. Oh, I didn't know that. Several things for me researching poisonous. Oh my god. How much does a human skeleton weigh?
I need to hear him trying to justify this.
Here's the 2022. It basically is the same website that we just looked at, but in 2022 as well. Yeah, it looks like the same exact thing in 2022 as we looked at in 97, where it's like a forum of dogs online.
He gave out free bumper stickers. Okay, that was it. Had the docs of ATF sniper who killed. Okay. Timothy, we're at. Really? That's just so interesting. They're just same place, same time. That's so weird. But yeah, I can see why you're on a few lists there.
Who
Cool.
are obviously into some very degenerate, disgusting things.
Yeah, especially if they look like white Nazis.
After my streams this week, I really want to know what lists I end up on.
It's like crazy. Like before, I was just like memeing about it a little bit, being like, "Oh, Rainbow Passage, what's this? Like slumber parties? Like that was the initial hook, like the slumber parties, bro. Let's see if we can like make a little tipster slumber party meme joke, whatever, move on." But dude, the deeper we go, the crazier it gets every fucking step of the way. The 9/11 roleplay, when I saw that come onto my feed from Toastify, I was like,
They sell dog tags. Yeah, I mean, this is obviously just beyond degenerate.
all I wanted to see from Animal J. Smith is his longtime advocacy. That's why I looked him up specifically, because they said he was a longtime advocate. But all I found so far is dog dick.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna say
Literally.
this is what the website looks like when he put it in his bio.
Fucking pause, bro. Welcome to the
This is what it looks
doghouse.
like in March 2022.
It
When
looks
you put
almost the
bio in.
same, bro.
Yeah,
Like in terms of the description and stuff.
And there's,
Joining
like-
foundation, like a whole well, maybe this is why he was qualified. He
Yeah,
has
'cause he's run
organizational
this.
skills. Yeah, he's run this.
Amazing,
They
man.
know.
every time you mess everything, it tells you.
Man, that's a long time to be using a handle. Jeez. My end of Heartache 18 died long ago within the cockles and the subcockles of AOL.
Detail to it.
This covers some of the guiding principles of dog training.
And just before you think I'm a narcissist or something, that was a song that I liked by a band.
What it is to be a slave or master. How to start and build on it. What ethics are involved.
Wow.
Core and training of male slave.
So this is
Ellington,
the boy,
do
the
I
dog
dare
boy, the
wanna
dog
know
slave,
the
dog or
joke?
Pig boy.
Hey boy. Tipster.
Tipster. Holy shit. Holy
Mission
fucking shit.
accomplished.
Dude, mission accomplished with Rainbow Passage, by the way.
Yeah.
The
I don't know if it's good or bad that we can't see these images.
It's
Like,
probably great that they're not letting in.
workshop by Animal J. Smith.
Wait, this is okay. He facilitated it. Okay, he's not just a member. He owns it.
He owns the entire kennel.
On Saturday, August 9th, in the ring, presented a workshop on Canine Roleplay,
Oh my
facilitated by
God.
Animal J. Smith. So that's his qualification, is he owns Canine Roleplay workshops. Let me read his description he wrote. 24 hot men attended, some on a leash with their masters. With the able help of Master Bob and Dog Rusty, Animal demonstrated time-tested techniques for getting your man down on all fours and back 2 legs reluctantly, using 4-legged bondage, hypnosis techniques, leash work, and other technical aspects of bringing a man into the dog head. So he's hypnotizing people.
Dude, he's just like the mind control device that Eggman used in Sonic Colors.
You know, there are times
Holy
when
shit.
I encounter people and like,
Oh, here, oh, this is
does Hypnotist Sappho really look that much worse in comparison? I mean, Zeus Sadist, awful person. Or Zakalo, like that we covered. Like, do these people really look that awful in comparison to this guy?
Even worse, the workshop by Animal J. Smith, the workshop also covered the SM roleplay aspect of the canine scene, emulating dog behavior, status dynamics, and power exchanges, and how life on all fours can have a positive effect on the mind and spirit, as well as the body. So this is what he's teaching the people that he's resettling.
The ideal host is looking for more than just a good deed. They're open to adding more friends to the circle and introducing the client to their surroundings. Director of Resettle, Animal J. Smith.
I mean, this is unironically his workshop. Like, this isn't even like a meme. This is his thing. Am I missing something here? Is this an unfair connection? I mean, this is what he's doing openly. He links on his Twitter.
This is what's linked on his Twitter, dude. He's proudly talking about how in '97 he got them all to go doggy mode.
Hypnosis techniques.
Yeah, he
It's good for your
hypnotized
mind-
the dogs. Yeah.
Good for your mind, body, and spirit to become a dog.
$2 from lethality. Flamenco was sweating and begging for access.
I've got to look into this. I don't know if you guys see this, but I'll keep letting it play.
Okay.
No, I mean if you hate on Animal, you're just transphobic though. Come on.
I gotta
This is
take this
obviously
off
transphobic,
screen.
too.
I don't know what's
Yeah,
gonna come
Yeah,
up.
obviously, like, there's so much, like, I mean, his credentials are right here. He hosted an event back in
God.
'97. All I could
Yeah.
do was fucking slobber and cry as a baby back then. And he's out here making dog shows. Who
He's
am
got
I to
30
judge?
years. He's got 30
Well, haven't you heard of the
years
great
experience hosting
the great legal team of Moss, Heidelberg, and Animal? Like,
Yeah, it's dungeons. Yeah.
and convincing people
Dog
that emulating,
slaves.
emulating dog behavior is good for their soul and their mind, and he's directly in charge of the resettlement. Check the blue sky. Everyone's saying check the blue sky.
Oh, here we go! Here we go! Animal J. Smith, LGBTQ plus activist, performance artist, flute player, tattoo collaborator,
oh, he's a flautist, of course.
Eggman, AIDS survivor, pup player.
Oh my god, what is a tattoo collaborator? What the fuck is a tattoo collaborator? The fuck is that? What the fuck is this? Jesus Christ, GG. You're so not wrong. Holy fuck. Okay. I gotta go back a little bit. Just because there was something important that I wanted to see.
Check the blue sky. Everyone's saying check the blue sky.
Oh, here we go. Here.
Nope. Okay, a little bit before. Okay, I'll go right back to that.
Good for your mind, body, and spirit to become a dog.
$2 from lethality. Flamingo was sweating and begging for access.
Okay.
No, I mean, if you hate on animal, you're just transphobic, though. Come on.
This is obviously transphobic too. Have concerns with these fans.
Obviously, like, there's so much, like, I mean, his credentials are right here. He hosted an event back in '97. All I had to do was fucking slobber and cry as a baby back then. And he is out here making dog shows. Who am I to judge?
Okay, this may not be as bad as I thought it was. Nope, it's definitely as bad as I thought it was. Okay, so I gotta go. This is all like Web 1.0 shit too. I don't know why they just glossed over this. Oh my god, why are there so many of them? Hold on. Hold the fuck on. Okay. I can't read this out loud. Okay. I'm just gonna let you know this in advance. I can't read this out loud, but I'll show it on screen because there's nothing bad here. Like I'm not gonna get like immediately taken offline, but it's just funny. Exhilarating and energizing are not the words that I thought I would see in this description. Okay, so when I was looking at this page, so it talks about different things, and down here I noticed this living in leather conference and I was like, I wonder if that's what I think it is. And so I had to look it up, and it is. It very much is. And just read this first paragraph. I'll leave it on stream for a moment. Go for days. I'd wish that is starting to look more and more like a documentary at this point. Yeah, this is like Web 1.5. This is like when you learn the code and you got your Web 1.0 down, and then Web 2.0 came out literally like a year later. And so you updated the page to make it look cooler. But yeah, here, I'll even make it so it's, see, oh my god, you guys can't even read all of this. Oh no. There. Someone summarize it. I'm on mobile. Oh god. All right. I'll read it. I gotta take a drink first, and I need nicotine for this. All right. It was the end of May in 1986, and the international Mr. Leather contestant Steve Madoff was flying home from Seattle to Chicago. He had not won a title or even placed as runner-up, but the experience had been exhilarating and energizing. He wanted to do something and had an idea. When he got home, he gathered 4 of his leather friends and proposed an outlandish idea. At the next meeting, the 5 men would be joined by 3 leather dykes. This naive core of 8 enthusiastic leather people decided to organize the history's first full-fledged leather SM fetish conference. And they intended to pull it off in less than 4 months. This is their story. I'm sorry. Oh god, it hurts. It continued. Not only did they do it, but they did it outstandingly well. Living in Leather 1, billed as a national conference for lesbian gays of the leather lifestyle, was an unbelievable experience to all 99 of us who attended. Sessions were held at the Seattle Center under the shadow of the Space Needle and included 16 varied program sessions, of which a few were limited to female participation only, as well as an exhibit of art and photography and vendors gallery. There was a rousing keynote address delivered by Pat Khalifa? I don't know. Might be related to Wiz. This is the weirdest beginning to anything I've ever read in my life. It goes on to like explain about like the program book and like the whole history of all of this, and then continues on for way longer than it really ever had to. But just to let you know, that was Living in Leather 12 that our puppy pal here over in the video attended, where Mark Frazier became president and Jan Hall becomes vice president. Big moment in their lives. Big moment. If he did, I need to find that. Yes. His piss play his cousin was Khalifa. Yes.
Hi, as baby back then. And he is out here making dog shows.
He's got 30 years. He's got 30 years experience hosting dog shows.
Yeah, in his dungeons.
And convincing
dog
people
slaves.
emulate dog behavior is good for their soul and their mind, and he's directly in charge of the resettlement. Check the blue sky. Everyone's saying check the blue sky.
Oh, here we go! Here we go! Animal J. Smith, LGBTQ plus activist, performance artist, flute player, tattoo collaborator.
I don't know why throughout the whole beginning of that, all I had was just the opening monologue from Law and Order SVU in my mind, which is making me laugh 10 times harder than I had to trying to read through that.
Eggman, AIDS survivor, pup player, occasional
Leathers
furry, trans rights or human rights, freedom of reach around.
Leather minds,
What?
the leathers.
Queer is not a slur.
Leaders.
You fucking queer. It's a fucking battle cry.
Or men.
Queer! This disabled, gay, improvised elder queer with AIDS feels exactly like that and thinks that the anti-Biden jerks are actively cheering on the forces who want to kill us. Why do they hate disabled queer Americans? 8 days ago. No way.
I'll look just because already in my search engine history. I mean, if I'm going to be on a list, what a list. You know what? I'm literally just building a case for why I should not be imprisoned. It looks like there have been, oh wow, this goes a lot farther than 33. So there have been slightly more Super Bowls. What were we? Did we just do 50, 52, 51 for Super Bowl? Or 50? Yeah, because we're, okay, so 53. Okay, right? LV 58. Sorry. I subtracted my V from my L. Roman math. Yeah, this looks like, yeah, 2019. Did it come to an end after? Wait a minute. This only goes up to 2019. Is there another page? The fucking what? I can't. I've got to show you this just because. Do you see the name on this? Okay. So I'm down here, bottom of the page. So we have 2019. Living in Leather 33 is to be held in conjunction with the Wood Hell Sexual Freedom Summit in Alexandria, Virginia. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, thank God. You can see where my mind went. I thought they were just grouping together. Bye, Sagi. Thanks for coming out.
Hey, he retweeted Sonic.
Good news is this will be the best FBI dossier.
I'm gonna destroy him like Sonic the Hedgehog did.
Holy fuck.
I knew there was something bad coming.
Hi! What is it hates me, Sonic the Hedgehog? RFK Jr. is an anti-vax conspiracy theorist whose campaign is bankrolled by the far right to serve as a spoiler candidate in the general election. His entire family has disowned him because even they know he's no good. He's like retweeting like the doggy like porn version of Stone Toss. You have brought great shame to the brotherhood of pup play guys, Mark. As such, you will endure the ultimate disgrace. Cat ears.
Wait, what is this guy's position on Stone Toss? I need to know. I need to know a lot of answers to a lot of questions with this guy.
This is what Tipster posted. He was like,
Dude, Tipster loves this dude.
okay, to read this post, and I need to decipher this post. If this is pro or anti-Zophilia. I'm so confused what you're trying to say here. I just linked it as part of his Blue Sky profile.
Interesting reporting from Nazi fur receipts. So there's like Nazi furries?
Well,
Dude, what's
didn't
going
he
on?
have
There's a whole
that?
fucking, like fucking world that I'm being opened up to by Animal J. Smith. Nazi fur receipts about zoophilia at FC.
Didn't he do a song with Lil
combined
Bow Wow?
pastoral
I mean, it might be right up his alley.
Arts and Steve Tasuki's privacy nonprofit exposure for enabling cyberbullying and stalking in your Telegram groups.
Sorry, that was a
You
awful
might take
joke,
some
by
time
the
to
way.
reflect on what you really stand for. So he's trying to like own Woof LGBT. Fun fact: this guy and I are both during each other's runs as chair for FC, trying to make adjustments to strengthen the core of the Collins Code of Conduct. The changes are unable to make it a safer
Right.
place.
Was he gonna say perfect? No, of course it wasn't. But what we end up with was less than what we proposed.
The real plot twist: Stone Toss was his master.
Banning known actual zoo files was a step too far for some members of executives and the board, and people threatened to walk out.
Wait,
Is he
wait,
support-
wait. What am I missing here? Was the implementation perfect? No, it wasn't. But banning known actual was a step too far for some members. What? What did I miss? I missed something here.
supporting this or is he against this?
Able to make it a safer place.
Was he gonna say perfect? No, of course it wasn't. But what we end up with was less.
Go back.
LGBT. Fun fact: this guy and I are
Okay. Who is this? Is this him? Is this him? During each of our runs as chair for FC. What is FC? What is FC? I don't know if I want to look it up. At this point, I'm on a lot of lists. FC tried to make adjustments. I know it's not football club. The cons code of the what and what? Okay. Here's a fun fact. This person and I both, during each of our runs as chair for the FC, or for FC, tried to make adjustments to our strength to strengthen the cons code of conduct. Okay, so so it's a fur con. Okay. The changes intended to make the event safer by restricting hate speech and imagery and enforcing bans on known sexual abusers. Was the
both during each
implementation
other's runs as
perfect?
chair for
No,
FC,
of
trying to
course
make
it
adjustments to
wasn't.
strengthen the core of the Collins.
What we ended up with was less than what we had proposed. Banning known actual zoophiles was a step too far for some members of the
Code of Conduct. The
executive.
changes are unable to make it a safer place.
Was he gonna say perfect? No, of course it wasn't. But what we end up with was less than what we proposed. Banning known actual zoo files was a step too far for some members of executives and the board.
Okay. Banning known actual zoophiles was a step too far for some of the members of the exec team and the board, and people threatened to walk out. As it turns out, members of the board were / still are close friends with some prominent zoophiles and ended up platforming them proudly at the night market after we were kicked out. What was this in regards to?
Board and people threatened to walk out. Is he supporting this or is he against this? What is
I think he's supporting it.
former FurCon chair drops a bombshell? A proposal to ban Nazis and zoophiles was opposed within con management. Members threatened to walk out if zoophiles were banned. Exec staff were friends without a zoophile wildlife. Features
I did.
on
Okay.
DJ after group analysis. I just can't. That's what I'm confused about. Is his take that he's threatening, or is he like saying these guys are losers? I hope for his sake he's saying that the guys who threaten to walk out are
Well, I'm
losers.
saying
I don't know.
interesting reporting from Nazi Fur. So that could mean like, look at this.
Okay. Interesting reporting from Nazi for receipts about zoophilia at FurCon. It's got to be FC. Which FurCon would that be? Oh God, I sound like Dr. fucking Seuss now. Paired with Arthro Arts and Steve Hanuski's privacy nonprofits exposure for enabling cyberbullying and stalking in your Telegram groups. You might take some time to reflect on what you really stand for. No, he is very much in favor of the people, this Benikius Kitsune. Why does that name sound familiar?
This is pretty interesting. You got owned, or this is pretty like cringe. Interesting. Like
He's also
fucking
talking about
off.
cyberbullying and stalking in Telegram groups. Like, are people cyberbullying and stalking Nazi
Kitsune.
furs and zoophiles? Is he defending the people
Yeah,
who are
because
stalking
in the
zoophiles?
initial one, the Kasuni one, it says like, oh, we're making sure there's not too much hate, but we went too far with the zoophiles, and he's saying like, stop the hate as well. So like, I don't know, dude.
Yeah, like I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I'm reading this as if it's a supportive post of zoophilia.
Does Wolf like say that? We're like getting into it. Okay, so this was on March 15th, right? Let's see what Wolf said on March 15th. Was he saying like,
Like, fuck zoophiles, like, just keep that
Yeah.
out of my fur. Because there's a lot of furries who are like, fuck zoophilia, keep that
Yeah.
out of my community. Like, I just want to dress as a dog.
yeah,
But
exactly.
is he one?
It doesn't look like he made a tweet or like whatever blue sky thing.
Whoa.
Whoa, what? He's putting eggnog on the dog. It looked like abuse for a second. I was like, what? And it's just like eggnog.
Open
Like,
to
whoa!
abuse for a quick second. Okay. What?
This guy's gonna resettle you.
Also, the thing is,
Oh
that's
my
so interesting,
God.
too, is how openly like political he is to the point where he's like, these people will round us up and kill all of us. Like, what if you're like RFK Jr. is a horrible, disgusting individual? What if you're like a lefty or you're like gay, but you support RFK Jr. and this guy's in charge of like driving you around, and he has deranged posts about how RFK Jr. is like fucking trying to round you up and kill all of you or something.
It'd be like, this is tell me your political opinions. Whatever the answer is, there's a difference between coming home to the doghouse or going to the pound.
Like, obviously, I'm not trying to reach, like, oh, someone who posts crazy things in there. But he's saying, like, if Trump got elected, everyone who has AIDS would be rounded up and, like, executed. Like, Trump
Oh, I had no idea that Loquacious was... No. I had no idea about any of that.
was president for 4 years and it fucking happened. This guy's obviously, like, delusional. He obviously has some sort of weird delusions about politicians. So what if you're someone who supports it? Is this guy gonna go crazy and, like, think that you're trying to kill him or something?
I don't know about you, but after I saw that fucking telegram, like, don't ever underestimate me. I don't know, dude. You can put on whole dog events and, like, hypnotize people. Like,
dude, you better watch out, bro.
like, dude.
Oh my god. Okay. Where are we at? Is the Telegram stuff coming up? By the way, if you think Discord is like the gateway for debauchery, no. Telegram. Everything that I've seen awful has started somehow with Telegram. And I wholeheartedly believe this. Almost Blue Sky.
Check the blue sky. Everyone is saying check the blue sky.
Okay, we already seen that. Okay, I think we've seen everything that we can with this. Needless to say, I'm going to be looking into this a bit more. I know that there's, I think bowblax is doing another stream on this coming up, but yeah, I knew this guy was nuts, but this is starting to make Brian Mullins even look sane. Holy shit. Can you imagine if Brian Mullins actually did a video on this guy? Oh my god, I got so many ideas now. All right, so basically, I did all that to show you Tipster's new friends that he's surrounding himself with. Let's look at some old enemies of Tipster.
Hold on.
And so what's going on here? Little preface. The person on here is...
Whoa, hold on. I accidentally discovered this body. I was sleepwalking, and then I dragged in this body.
Person you hear talking right now is Foodshops. Foodshops is a admitted, allegedly, pedophilia. Why did I say that weird? Pedophilia, pro-pedophilia person. And then, oh god, we got Tipster in here. We have Nace, Brick is in here. So there's just a bunch of individuals. Basically, they're kind of discussing some stuff with Vaush, and it kind of goes back and forth. And Tipster did not want to be in this call with Foodshops, and I kind of really want to leave this play as much uninterrupted as possible. Yeah, Foodshops apparently did admit to that. I've never seen it, so I don't like throwing labels on people. You guys know how I am. If these are Tipster's new friends, does he even have enemies? Oh, that's such a good question. I think that just ran the gamut of every walk of life. Gay, straight, trans, AIDS, furry, skinheads. And that's just one guy.
This is the worst analogy you can possibly make to prove your
Well, hold
point.
on, but that's exactly what you're saying here. Hold on. Whoa, hold on. I accidentally discovered this body. I was sleepwalking, and then I dragged in this body.
This is the worst analogy you can possibly make to prove your
Well, hold
point.
on, but that's exactly what you're saying here. Is that Vaush, he has every single bit that lolly drawing, from what I hear. Okay, I haven't viewed it myself, but from what I hear, okay, is that it was...
Okay, so what they're kind of arguing over is the Bosch situation. I want to drop this down because there's some very, very big key things that Foodshop says here, and then everyone thinks that she's like spurging out. I think it's she. I don't know what their pronouns are. Forgive me. But they're spurging out a little bit, and then like everyone's like, "Hey, you're being, a bit retarded," and it kind of gets reined back in later on in this, and so there's. I want to slow it down for this first part for you guys to hear, and then we'll speed it back up, and then we'll slow it back down.
Can possibly make to prove your
Well, hold
point.
on, but that's a...
Holy crap! I listened to stuff at 1.5, and now Tipster sounds potatoed.
exactly what you're saying here. Is that Vaush, he has every single bit that lolly drawing, from what I hear. Okay, I haven't viewed it myself, but from what I hear, okay, is that it was one of them was lost media. Like the pornography was so obscure that it was lost media. Have you done any research on this?
Done any research?
Why
on
would
Right?
like go and look at the pictures? Like, what do you mean?
One of the pictures, again, is apparently what I've been told is lost media, as in you can't find the original source anymore. It is something in which you have to essentially dig it up on purpose, and it is lolicon. It is lolly.
I don't.
100%. And basically the artist that it's sourced from, that a lot of these pictures are sourced from, are all like lolly artists. Like they're known for being lolly artists, like 100%. Like it's unmistakable.
So this is going back to the, oh moment with Vaush when everything started. You know, when he goes through and he's on his little page looking at Men's Warehouse or whatever the hell he was looking at, and he right clicks save as, that whole thing, and it opens up the folder, and you see the folder, and that's where like you see the missing or all the lolly stuff and horse stuff and all that. Well, what Foodshops is saying here is that these are not like just everyday run-of-the-mill like pornographic type images. These are not like in abundance overshared images, and specifically one of these was a lost media lolly drawing, meaning it's not like you're going to easily come by this. So he ended up having to search this out some way, shape, or form. Like, you search it out knowing what it is what she's alluding to. And that becomes very important because Tipster's going to run this man, for being a big dude, is about to run the marathon of his life right now. And he's going to leave crying. Like, you can hear his voice change.
How's that, how do you reconcile with that?
I mean, I don't think I need to reconcile with it. I literally just said that I am willing to be charitable and give him the benefit of the doubt on that. That's all my stance is. So I don't understand what you want me to say.
Okay, have you seen the actual screenshot? Because maybe you know a little bit better, right? So I'm willing to, be
No, I haven't. I've been very
Okay.
open with the fact that I didn't take a look at the screenshots. No.
Okay, sure. So one of the folders, I'll just tell you from what other people's, said before, and they can correct me. One of the folders literally had, one of these like icon lolly things.
It would be physically healthy. You're not wrong, Jim. Oh man. I could, and by the way, to your other comment there, Jim, I could totally see Tipster coming back saying he was groomed out of commentary.
Sticking out, basically, it's not just like that folder in which he downloaded it accidentally. It's a folder in which he had to download and then drag into the folder, in order for it to be sorted. And
she's going to get, again, I don't know if that's their pronouns, so I apologize in advance to Foodshops if they ever watch this, which they never will. But Foodshops is spot on right now. So, to show downloads. There's, I don't want you to see that. Things with my last name do not get shown on stream. Okay, we're playing. So basically, here's kind of what she's alluding to, because I feel like it's a little easier to show, and the way she's explaining it is not the greatest. So basically, she's saying that there was folders. There was a needs to be sorted folder, a folder with his tax stuff, another folder with say the horse porn, and another folder with the lolly porn, or the horse and lolly porn. The sex stuff was in another folder. Basically, when they saved this stuff, it kind of saved as a file like this, and they had to then drag and drop in order for that to go into the needs to be sorted folder, which was a folder that we saw on the main screenshot. So that's kind of what Foodshops is talking about here. Yeah, look at that. I went to the wrong window. Now we're back.
Does that make sense?
I guess.
Yeah, so he had to do it on purpose, right? Like, again, this is why the murdered body in the house analogy is very appropriate.
Wait, Foodshops,
because I'm not.
That's not true. What you just said, that's not true. What Vaush said was that it was a to be sorted folder. So he downloaded everything to that folder, and then later on he would drag things out of it. So that was, instead of having a down.
But I don't think that's the case, if I remember right here. So what we're wanting to look at is, oh god, we'll go here, trying to like get a good visual of this. No, see, Foodshops is right. So this is like the instant before he realizes it. One of these folders is to be sorted, if I recall, and then these are obviously the degenerate things, and I know one of these is like this tax stuff. But if I recall, this isn't saved to a to be sorted folder. Like this whole view, I don't think is a to be sorted folder. I think this is his downloads folder, which would be like his generic and then he has a to be sorted folder that he would throw everything into and then sort it out into these other subfolders. I believe. I could be totally wrong.
Downloads folder, where it says downloads. It's just he puts everything directly downloaded into to be sorted. That was the idea. Not that he had to drag it.
No. There was a no. I'm talking about an additional folder inside of the unsorted folder. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, there was a second folder?
Yes. And again, I want somebody to correct me. If I got it factually wrong, because I want to get my facts right.
Sorry, who's downloading porn in bulk? Who in the fuck does that?
That's the bigger question here. Who the fuck downloads porn anymore?
No, that's not the bigger question.
No,
I think it's
I'm on Foodshops. It's called a joke.
Okay. I do stand corrected. They were right on stream right there. So it's going to a desktop folder called to be sorted. Within that folder, there is the subfolders of old, taxes, XXX something, XXX something, XXX something, and then the images. And then what they're saying is that one of these images on top of everything is also lost media. So I do stand corrected there. I did want to validate that though. So apologies.
It's called a joke, Foodshop.
Rewind that.
Factually wrong because I want to get my facts right.
Sorry, who's downloading porn in bulk? Who in the fuck does that?
That's the bigger question here. Who the fuck downloads porn anymore?
No, that's not the bigger question.
No,
I think it's
I'm on Foodshops. It's called a joke. It's called a joke, Foodshops.
No, fair enough. Okay, all right. For the record, Tipster. Okay, I will say that if it weren't for the stuff, if it weren't for you coming after me, okay.
Tipster has plausible deniability up till he gets pressed on this matter.
I would have definitely felt worse for you, just mainly because you
Well, then you're not even bringing it up because you care about the issue. You're bringing it up because of fucking stupid personal beef. No, hold on. You just talked about
Don't cut the content. Don't cut the content.
Hold on. Hold on. Just let me.
What do you?
I'll let Foodshops give whatever criticism they want. They're welcome to criticize me. I criticize them, so it's fair.
This part isn't even a criticism. Okay, so I actually do feel bad for you because I know what it's like to be dogpiled, canceled, and to be covered in schmuck and schlop, and then argue with people who are calling in, and then just arguing with me on LOLI and stuff like that, right? Now the thing is that
okay. I just want to point out, and I'm sorry for pausing this again so quickly. I am going to let it play. I agree with Foodshops' position here because when you're looking at the dynamics, and that's what I want you guys to think of. Like, this is not a dynamics of like, say if I went out and I wanted to call out Huggy. Okay, Huggy and I are relatively similar sized channels. Like, if we went at it with each other, I think it would be kind of an even whatever. What she's going to point out here, I kind of stand behind. I feel like it's kind of shady to do, and it's very shady on Tipster's part. So I bumped it back 5 seconds. I'll let it play now.
Covered in schmuck and schlop, and then argue with people who are calling in, and then just arguing with me on LOLI and stuff like that, right? Now the thing is that I'm sure you also know what it feels like as well. When bowblax, covers you, or Nicholas Diorio covers you, right? So you have to understand that when you 100K subscriber channel, all right, covers me and does that, that's a whole different thing from like a 1K subscriber channel covering me, right? So you have to understand from that perspective. I'm sure you understand how I feel, right? When you make a stream like that.
I mean, yeah, obviously people are going to be upset when somebody makes a stream about them, but I mean, at the same time, maybe you shouldn't publicly admit that you jerk off to lolicon?
Yeah.
Okay. Pausing right there. Tipster totally just, for obvious reasons, because he would look bad otherwise, totally just, what's the word I'm looking for? Purposefully argued that in that manner. It's not a matter of somebody making a video on you. Foodshops is not sitting there saying that that's the issue. The issue is that typically, I mean, from everything that I've heard from everybody, you kind of want to punch up. Like, you want to go after creators that are, content that's from creators that are bigger than you. Because they have the audience and everything else. When you punch down, it kind of becomes like almost like a Mama Max situation would be the best way to explain it. Where you have such a large audience, like, and when I mean Mama Maxes, and I'm gonna explain this. So let's look at the situation between Mama Max and Magnetar. Okay, Magnetar punched up and was swinging at Mama Max with the allegations. Okay, saying that these are the allegations from these people that I heard this from. I'm going to boil this down super, super simple. Mama Max is entitled to respond to that. But when he did so, he then said, nope, they're a pedophile or whatever the fuck he said. I don't want to mince words. I'm not really concentrating on that right now. But the fact that he then kind of like sent his audience after Magnetar caused a lot of the situations and issues that we saw with Magnetar. Okay. And that's, it's kind of an oversimplification that I'm giving you here, but basically it's a fact of like Foodshops, from what I understand, never went after Tipster. Tipster called out Foodshops because they were the news and basically went after them. Well, Tipster's channel, I don't know how in the hell he has it, but he's a 100K sub YouTuber. So a 100K sub YouTuber punching down on someone that far below. This is not like someone that's got 80K and someone that's got 100K. This is someone that's got like 10, 20K subscribers and someone that's literally 10 times their size. And maybe I'm in the wrong here. I don't know if I necessarily care. But I would not want someone 10 times larger than me would be a 2,000 sub channel. It doesn't seem like a lot. And I probably wouldn't mind the heat coming from a 2,000 sub channel. But if I was a 20,000 sub channel and you're talking about a 100,000 sub channel, like a silver play button channel, and they've got 80,000 potential people that can come down on top of me over my sub count. It's literally 4 times my sub count more. Like, I don't know. I don't agree with that. Maybe I'm, like I said, maybe I'm in the wrong. And I just think that that's an extreme of punching down. And they're calling Tipster out on the extreme that they punched down, saying that that was way worse. 3 times in weight.
You should show the same energy you did to
Hey, Teddy,
her.
how's it going? Teddy, you missed like all this shit, bro. Where the fuck were you? Okay, sorry. I'm gonna derail for Teddy just to let him know what he missed. Gay leather firm for Nazi, Harriet Tubman of the LGBTQ railroad that has an organization that there was Teddy, you've missed Nazis, you've missed skinheads, you've missed me ending up on at least like 5 FBI lists. You should have been here, Teddy. You let me down. But yeah, I the punching down to that extent is just kind of punching down is such as open your mouth and get smacked. Yeah, exactly. You got exactly what I'm talking about, Necro. It's the weaponizing of the audience. Like, I guess that's a bigger part of it. Yeah, furries. I did forget about the furries, Arrington. Yeah, there's so much. There was a lot of leather, though. You missed us going over the start of a brand new, a now 30, was it 30 years? I think it was 30 years. A leather con that was founded 30 years ago, and I went through the beginning of this fetish con that this guy that's the skinhead Harriet Tubman founded. Or not founded, but was like involved really early on with. But yeah, no, Necro, you're 100% right. I guess, yeah, if you're gonna run your mouth, you should expect a retaliation. It's the retaliation and the weaponization of the audience that, yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with you. I'll have to check out your picture in a minute here.
To Vaush. I don't want to hear that shit from you, dude.
Okay, we're literally talking about 2 completely different things. We're talking about somebody claiming that they didn't realize it was LOLI and when they downloaded it, and somebody who intentionally sought out LOLI and admitting to jerking off to it.
Yeah, no,
do you know? Okay, wait. Do you know? Here's the thing. I'm sure you're very, sympathetic to neurotypical people. No,
I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
Wait, Tipster.
Okay.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Okay. Obviously, I shouldn't have admitted it. Okay. But here's the thing: is that at the time, obviously, I think that compared to anything else, it's better to tell the truth and to have people evaluate me based on my true self rather than a fake persona that I present online. Would you say that that's probably better?
Say that again.
Well, if somebody consumed lolli, wouldn't you want to know that they consume lolli so then you can decide whether or not to watch them?
I mean, yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I guess what I'm saying is that I have a dedication to my viewers to be honest and truthful. And a lot of people say that offline, I am in fact like literally the same person. All right, in every way, every manner. Obviously, less energy because I put more energy into my streams. But the thing is obviously you have to understand that I feel as though sometimes that I'm being punished for being truthful. Now, here's the thing: you can judge me, based on after the truth has been said. But obviously, I don't really like people who kind of hide the fact that, hey, by the way, I have this lost media lolli on my folder.
You just said that you would hide it if you could have.
No, that is so wrong. There is a difference between telling every single little secret and telling secrets selectively to present an accurate picture of yourself. Okay, so the thing is obviously at the time I couldn't keep a muzzle on myself.
Truth and
right?
selectively telling the truth.
Okay, I'm gonna bump this up in speed just a bit. Let's just go here. We're starting. Wow, did it? Made the YouTube break.
Okay, so the thing is obviously at the time I couldn't keep a muzzle on myself.
Truth and
right?
selectively telling the truth. That's what you fucking.
Come on. Okay, well, this is paused. I think that Foodshops is kind of in the right a little bit here. So basically, all they're saying is that, hey, I did this to be more open and more opaque with my audience, transparent, whatever you want to call it, about who I am as a person. Okay, and I'd rather have them watch me and enjoy my content because of who I am, and they enjoy my content and they can know all this stuff about me. It doesn't matter to me. Or I could sit there and lie about it, and then what happens? It comes up later, and then they're sitting there with egg on their face. So that's kind of all they're saying, is that in this wording right here is that hey, I just was sitting there trying to do the right thing. I don't know, Teddy. Yeah, and I do respect Foodshops as well for like their position on that, to like sit there and say, nope, this is me, and you're gonna like me for this, or you're going to not like me for this. But at least I know that if you're liking me and you're still around, you're watching my content, you actually enjoy my content. I mean, there's something very much to be said about that. I close this window out and come back. At least I've not been having the issues like I had, honestly. But yeah, I think there's a lot to respect in that. Here we go.
No. You misunderstand.
I think my biggest thing is, like, a moment ago you said that like it's fine to criticize you for what you've said. That's what I did. That's exactly what I did.
We're good.
Right, but I'm talking more about the hypocrisy, right? For example, if the commentary community, okay, you're not part of it anymore. Again, I don't even like the commentary community. I don't, okay? The reason I don't is because, again, they would cover for people like Lyrics while, while they are going after people like me, right? But the thing is I value consistency above all else. If you're going to be, bullying somebody, you better be bullying consistently, right? So the thing is you cover for vaush, even though he gave the most bullshit excuse, and then you went after me, right? So doesn't it seem like maybe this isn't your battle to fight, especially when you self-inserted yourself into the drama?
Okay, I can end this right now because there's a really easy explanation for this, and it's super, super simple, but you need to be quiet, okay, for like 2 seconds. Sure. One, first of all, most people are going to give more charitability to their friends than to just like random people that they know.
It's not even that, because I'm not friends with vaush, so like I have to stop you there, Keldo. It's just not even a case of that.
Well, okay, regardless, let me rephrase. People are willing to give
worse.
more. Be quiet.
Because now it just seems like he's a cloud chaser, right? Like, to be fair.
Yep.
We're all cloud chasers because we're all streamers. So.
I mean,
yes,
all
yes,
it was is okay.
No. I mean to a degree where you're being dishonest, right?
Look,
because
no. This is essentially doing
you need to be quiet
exactly.
so I can talk, okay? Because I've been trying to talk and you're not being quiet, okay? Here's the thing. Maybe not friends, but people are willing to be more charitable to people that they know. I personally don't believe that he didn't know either. But at the same time, like, if Tipster wants to give him that charitability. It's like a natural human thing to do. Does it necessarily mean it's correct? No. But at the same time, again, it's people. If you know people, or if you work with people, or if you have some kind of...
Oh, you have no idea the level of hug box going on here. There is this person that's not really... I would say there's 1, 2, 3... There's 3 people in here that are going to be kind of the tipster support box. Emery does fantastic as doing nothing, not contributing anything. I'm not saying that rudely. I know that just came off sounding awful, but yeah, this didn't he doesn't contribute anything other than he's not interrupting it. He's allowing it to happen, and you know that's great. And then Brick actually comes in and throws down some fucking knowledge on this.
You know, personal relation with them. You might be willing to give them that charitability. I don't give Vaush that charitability, but it's not some kind of secret fucking covering for you, intentional malicious thing. Most people don't work like that. That's just not how people work. I'm sorry. People can think that because it's good content, but it's not true. I'm
drag
done now.
I go in.
I kind of call bullshit.
Unless it's too much.
Well, we were going to do a different thing.
The whole point is like we were here for a completely different conversation. I was open to having a conversation with Foodshops.
Yeah,
like I don't mind having a conversation with Foodshops about their concerns, but like we're now talking about something completely different than what I was here for in the first place.
I mean, sure. I mean, here's the thing. All right, you can exit out the conversation anytime you want. Like, I'm not forcing you to, you know.
No.
You're
My
able
point
to
is,
say, I mean,
my point is like
We're
I
on the
don't
wrong
mind
degenerate kink when the conversation started. The degenerate kink we were talking about was puppy play. So you came in and you derailed it with
Thank you,
minors.
Neve.
Kind of gross.
Like, I don't understand why you...
It's the same
to me.
I think
Is it
here's the thing.
Yeah, it's really not. It's really not.
Wait. Oh, hold on. If you think that, you know, I derailed it, obviously I'm able to concede to, like on that, right? If Kinkomore thinks it's inappropriate, then I'm willing to concede because it's his stream, right? Like I'm not going to go against his stream. But Neve, ultimately, it's not your decision to make, right? But I want to do this, even though you disagree.
I know, whatever, but it's the fact of the matter, right? Like you guys are white. Like, what are you saying again here? Like a stamp from Tipster saying like what? Like.
Well, look.
Well, no. Here's the thing. If there's something to be squashed, I want to squash the beef. Yeah, of course. I don't want to be going after you and making fun of you
admitted to looking at, like, I don't know. You shouldn't have done that.
Who cares? Who cares?
It would appear like you are punching up blindly.
Nobody cares. You make a joke on her. You make a goof. Who cares? You don't want to associate with her? Don't associate with her. Fuck off. No one cares.
Okay, I apologize. This is not Emery's stream because that was clearly Emery talking and Emery not moving her mouth over here. So this is not Emery's stream. I don't know whose stream this is. I'd have to look probably down below here.
Foodshops, your problem is you derailed the conversation and then you proceed to derail your own arguments. I think what would be a good thing is Tipster is being like logically inconsistent here. If Tipster is going to go an L on you for admitting to jerking off the lolly, which is like, just lolly is an L, period. You know, are we pretending that Vaush is downloading this for the art quality? Like Vaush is not jerking off to this stuff? Are we going to pretend that's what's going on here?
That's not the argument I made at all, though.
Well, no, but you said Foodshops is an L, right? That's a major L for admitting.
Saying,
what I'm saying here, to clarify what I'm saying is like
it's
he's
a friend's
saying
benefit of the doubt. Yeah.
But I already said I wasn't.
Well, he rephrased that. That was my misphrasing.
Yeah, I said I wasn't friends with Vaush. If you want to know what my argument here is, the difference between Foodshops and Vaush is Foodshops is intentionally seeking out lolli, knowing that it's lolli, with the intent to masturbate to it. Vaush is claiming that he sought out adult content, not realizing that the content he had downloaded was lolli, and when he realized it, he said he deleted it. That's what I'm saying. And that's fine if you don't believe
I don't
him.
believe you believe that.
Wait,
That's
wait,
our problem. We don't think you're sincere in that belief.
How do you know? How do you know what I
Tipster.
believe? Are you in my head? Are you fucking mind reader?
Tipster, if you would like, I can call you separately, so then I don't derail the stream's topic. Is that okay?
No, well, besides that, right? Like Foodshops made a point, right? What Vaush had was what found, or what did you say? Like lost content that is not out there, just regularly. So like, is he downloading? The claim is he's just going around downloading, horse fucking anime, fucking drawn, fucking porn, and he's saving it for what purpose? And I think the most logical thing would be that he likes the fucking content, whether he knew it is labeled as lolli or not.
Point blank, period. I didn't mean to hit my mic right there, but like fucking Brick just nailed it. He fucking hit it out of the goddamn park on that, okay? He's downloading the shit and placing this stuff into XXX folders. Not because he believes this is fine art, people. Like, let's not oversimplify, not even overcomplicate, honestly, and give so much we're being over charitable. That's the word I'm looking for. We're being so over charitable. Tipster is, anyway. to Vaush, and honestly, to go back to Foodshop's point, it does look like it's for clout. If you're sitting there and saying, I'm not friends with this dude, but I believe in giving him the benefit of the doubt, and I don't think that he was downloading this stuff because he's attracted to it in the same way that Foodshops admitted to, you know, rubbing it out to fucking lolicon. You're literally like the false equivalencies that he's like trying to build, and just, my God, this man has done more stretching and more running.
Is he likes the art style. He likes the.
And you're 100% right, Necro. The only time Tipster is interested in smashing or squashing beef is for smash burgers.
Whatever the fuck lolly is, right? He likes that art style enough to save it to his computer, and he's going to use it for the spank bank. Like, that's what he's using it for. And like, I understand what you're trying to go and say, well, he said he didn't, and it's like, that's optics. He's just playing an optics game. But
wait,
the whole
Brick,
reason,
right?
Yes, I am Brick.
Okay, all right, just make sure.
And the whole reason he's like, what is, like, you know, we all made a little joke earlier about, you know, who downloads porn anymore. You download porn is if you really like it. If you really like it and you want to have it saved so you can, you know, use it at a later date for definitely not masturbating, right? Like, is that what people download porn for?
Like, of course, if you're downloading porn, you're downloading it to masturbate to it. Yeah.
Oh my.
So
we can only speculate on it.
So Vaush is downloading that porn for the sake of.
The fact that somebody's sitting in this argument seriously trying to make the point, like, what there is, okay, unless you're Shadman, which, you know, Tipster, you got a fucking history defending that person as well. Unless you're Shadman making fucking art to be hung in living rooms, nobody has this stuff for the artistic expressionism.
Of masturbating to it the same way.
Okay, but what you guys don't realize, what everybody seems to want to ignore, is that in the word puppy play,
I'm kind of glad more people are waking up and like leaving his ass over this stuff. 5 fucking times we've counted, because we had the Shadman stuff, we had there was the lolly with rum, there was the diaper fur stuff, there was the Vaush stuff, and now this one. This is 5 times he's come to Lolly Hill, twice for Vaush, and died. Like, twice. This man seriously just doesn't fucking get it. He doesn't. And, like, he's seriously gonna sit there and, I don't even know what to say. Like, it kind of act smug and pretend like that Vaush is downloading this stuff for anything other than to whip his dick out and wax it.
Puppy is a minor dog, so not only are they dressing as dogs and having sex with each other, they're having sex with each other as minor dogs. They should be way more on the radar of Lolly. What do you guys think?
And this person's desperately trying to get the conversation to go back to the fucking puppy porn that they were talking about.
Yeah, they don't work with
the
kids.
Puppy play.
I think all this is gross. And like, if you don't work with kids and there's no,
but it would be if they say they're intending to work with minors, it would be understandable.
That person doesn't
with that. That'd be kind of fair, right?
And it's fair to be concerned, but that person resigned. So.
Okay, that's good. I mean,
it wasn't like the whole org or anything. It was just like something he had done in the past. It wasn't like a group thing. So he's not there anymore. We're all good.
Well, all of it fits into the the umbrella of like kink going to degenerate borderline behavior, right? Where it's like outside the the acceptable norms of like societal kinks. Where it's like, okay, it's not bestiality, but it's definitely some sort of weird age regression, and like almost more extreme than age regression because you're they go and fucking bark around and stuff like that. So there's a power dynamic. I don't think you can call it fucking like, child shit.
Lolly Hill is like Afghanistan.
It's its own fucking weird, fetish degen shit. Like that's a whole nother can of worms. I think we'd all agree it's weird.
Get ready for Tipster to start getting upset because it goes down pretty fucking fast here. We're going to do
exchange whatever words I need to exchange.
Sure.
Yes, please. There's too many people here. Tipster, is it possible to get?
Okay, so basically, the only thing I missed that I don't really want to go back for is Foodshops turns to Tipster and says, "Would you like to discuss this in a call privately?" And Tipster's like, "Nope, absolutely not." So then it's proposed like, "Hey, why don't we all just mute and let you two just have your discussion then, and then we'll get back to this."
Get in a call with you.
I'd rather not.
Okay, so right there he says that he will not go on a call.
Okay,
take it out here. Come on.
Yeah, but I would rather not talk about puppies and dogs.
Yeah. We'll keep it quiet. Everyone, just mute.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So Tipster, I do believe that where we left off on, was the hypocrisy, right? What do you think about that?
I mean, if you see it as hypocrisy, then you're free to see it that way. I don't see it that way.
Here's what I think. Okay, is that I hope. Okay, is that I can understand. I can understand if a friend, were to do something where I would go, you know what? Because I'm also a friend, I trust your word. So therefore,
But again, I'm not friends with vaush. I'm not friends with vaush.
Okay, fine, not friends, but okay.
He doesn't even realize that he's trying to get the fucking charity. He's being given charitability here by Foodshops, but it gets really bad really quick.
All right, so you're willing to okay, so according to you, why is it that you're willing?
Oh yeah, he actually, like, you can hear him welling up in his voice. He actually does get upset.
To trust vaush, then I'm just curious if he's not a friend.
It's not even like a thing about trust per se. It's just like I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I feel like if we were to find him engaging in this kind of behavior again, then like at that point it's like, okay, well, is this really an accident at that point? But like I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt on this particular instance.
No, but Tipster, I'm here to tell you right now, as a matter of fact, that this isn't just vaush's first time. In fact, vaush has been a known lolicon since forever. This isn't the folder leak. That was, to a lot of people, to some people, it was just confirming what we knew before.
What proof is there of that?
Okay, sure. So, for example, vaush has, in fact, all right. Do you know about the poppy allegations?
Yeah, but what did that have to do with Lolly?
Sure, I'm pretty sure at some point, okay, vaush called Poppy like a lolly or something, and it was in a sexually charged manner. Don't you think that maybe that's a little bit problematic?
Yeah, a little bit, I guess. Sure.
Okay. So here's the thing. Okay, I'm okay with being biased towards somebody. Okay, obviously, I think that's fine. But the thing is that it's better if you admit it, right? If you're being cognizant of your bias, and then you're willing to go, yeah, I do believe that I was biased here. I'm okay with it, and just not really double down, and just go, yeah, you know what? It was a bit hypocritical. Being a hypocrite is a part of being human,
I don't see it as being hypocritical, though. I think I'm pretty clear on what my rationale is here.
Wait, hold on. You already say that, the folder is probably like lolly, right?
I mean, I haven't seen it, but like people say it is, so I'll take their word for it.
So if that is already the case, and therefore the logical conclusion probably is that vaush is consuming lolly, right?
Say that again. Say that again.
So the conclusion there is probably that vaush is consuming lolly, right?
I mean, if he downloaded it, like, I guess you could say that, but like, what my thing is, like, did he know? That's my thing.
Okay, as I said before, right? One of the photos was literally lost media. Like, it was lost media. Like, you would have to go.
But I don't understand how that's even like relevant, whether it's lolly or not.
No.
Relevant that it's lost media.
No, it's relevant because it's supposed to indicate a degree of effort to the point where you can no longer trust the narrative that it is downloaded accidentally, right? You would have to go out of your way in order to go looking for it. And not only that, there's an additional point that, again, the folder with the
This seems like a real stretch. In my opinion, this seems like a real stretch. And it seems like we're really like going in circles here. Like, you feel the way you feel about it, and that's fine. But I'm giving you like the logic that I had when I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt on it. And it just seems like you don't like my opinion, which is fine. You don't like my opinion, totally fine. But
no,
like,
it's not about your opinion. No, it's not about your opinion.
I didn't even come here to talk about like this stupid shit, all right? Like, I came here for a completely different conversation.
Yeah, that's fair
enough. I didn't even want to talk about this stupid vaush shit anymore. It's so like... I think it's really annoying to me. It's like people misrepresent like what I say is me defending lolly, and I'm not defending like lolly. Okay, like I think it's like, yeah, it's really fucked up that some people like engage with this shit for sure. But like I'm not
saying you're defending lolly, right? I'm saying you're defending the sweeping.
Look, I told you it was a bad idea for me to come on this fucking show, and like I'm out of here. Peace.
Wait, Tipster, you could have. Oh my god, I told him that.
Did you hear him well up in that fucking voice? Like, did you hear how bad? Like, he had the fucking lump in his throat and swallowed it. Like, no, Tipster's argument makes absolutely no sense. But yeah, he not only ran, but like, yeah, I'm gonna play that back just because it's so bad. I think there's about 15 seconds.
Different conversation.
Yeah, that's fair
like,
enough.
I didn't even want to talk about this stupid vaush shit anymore. It's so like. I think it's really annoying to me. It's like people misrepresent like what I say is me defending lolly, and I'm not defending like lolly. Okay, like I think it's like
right there, right fucking there.
It anymore. It's so like. I think it's really annoying to me. It's like people misrepresent like what I say is me defending lolly, and I'm not defending like lolly. Okay, like I think it's like yeah, it's really fucked up that some people like engage with this shit for sure. But like, I don't
I'm not
defend
saying
this
you're
shit.
defending Lolly, right? I'm saying you're defending the sweeping.
Look,
that's
Keldosh,
what
I told you it was a bad idea for me to come on this fucking show, and like, I'm out of here. Peace.
Wait, Tipster, you could have. Oh my god, I told him that if he didn't want to talk, he could just tell me anytime. Like, what the fuck, dude? Oh my god, dude, cringe. Okay, well, anyway.
Yeah, you can hear him well up, and like he's got that ball in his throat, and he's swallowing it, and he's trying to just get out of there before anybody can hear his voice crack or actually hear him cry. He was on the point of being emotionally upset. Like, this is not just like, this is not I don't know if this would be like anger crying, but he definitely was there. He was there, and it's just the fact that he ran so quick after that, it just makes it feel even more strongly about that. But yeah, so that's the ongoing situation that's like really recent. Again, this has happened last night from what I understand. And yeah, this is coming out as a huge Foodshops W, which I think they did very well. not the only balls he's trying to swallow. Oh, the irony of the fact of that statement. Oh, Ellington, you're right. But yeah, there's a lot of ironic things going on here. But I think it was the emotions of the situation. So you got Foodshops, the one that Tipster, again, like if you go on Tipster's page, Tipster went after Foodshops like hard, and not in like the Keffels kind of way either. Like Tipster TV, I hate that his name is Tipster TV. By the way, say that. So the Foodshops stuff, 3 months ago. Are these all? I want to make
me
sure.
defending a.
Shut up! Shut your fat fucking hole. Okay, so I want to make sure I got on just his channel so we'll see it. So this is how many times he's made videos on Foodshops. So this goes to the Wilbur suit stuff. So if there is any Foodshop stuff, oh, it's probably in the playlist. Never mind. Let's see, stream videos highlights is another playlist. So 3 videos. This dude's made 3 videos and like almost 5.5 hours of content on fucking Foodshops, because this is like just a Foodshops lore thing. This is a response to a response, I guess, and then this is them responding to ironically, it looks like that person, one of the people that was in that call, calling into Foodshops. So, and then if we go to Foodshops channel, just for we probably covered Tipster there. But these are technically, that's 2 vaush videos, Mr. Sen stuff. So from the looks of it, that's the response to the previous stream that we saw. That's another response to their coverage. This is just saying that they're hypocrites, and this is what we just watched. So Foodshops actually has that up now, but I believe this happened last night. So, but yeah, so really 1, 2, so 1, 2, again 3. So 3 videos and 3 videos. I mean, slug for slug, but you're talking about somebody that's 2,500 subs versus 100K sub channel, like, and then you're gonna and the weaponization that Tipster does, because Tipster does weaponize their audience, and yeah, so that gives you an idea on what the coverage was back and forth between them. But yeah, it's I think this is it's a Foodshops W. I think Foodshops did very well articulating herself against somebody who wanted to keep moving goalposts, and when they finally had no opportunity to continue to move the goalposts around the field, like, Foodshops came at them with a very direct line of questioning. Okay, he downloaded LOLI. Can we agree on that? Yes. Okay. Would you likely say that he's consuming the LOLI content? No. Then why the fuck did he download it? That's all. Oh man, Tipster could have avoided all this by not being a moron. and injecting himself into everything. Even had an out there, but decided to do it live. Exactly. They could have had that whole conversation in private. Like, Foodshops wasn't trying to like eviscerate this fucking person live on air. Tipster chose to stay in. But yeah.
Is there anything else, Kinko?
This place wasn't really meant for him, to be honest. I was surprised he was even here.
Yeah.
There's
Okay,
too many
I'll see
people
you.
that actually, yeah. Like,
Yeah. Okay, see ya. Bye.
Too many people in the space that actually have like pretty
yeah.
valid criticisms that really don't like him. Yeah, I don't know.
I was gonna say something and then.
Well, Foodshops seem to have an axe to grind with the whole lolly allegations and accusations.
I just want to say thanks, Foodshops, for fucking making all that work I did fucking worthless. You stupid bitch. God.
No, but like I unironically would rather talk about dogs fucking than have them rehash that bullshit for the like 11 millionth time. I'm sorry.
I just want to play this out.
No, they've never actually talked. Like in a one v1. So.
And now we know why.
That was content.
Well, that was Foodshops spurring.
Are you happy with yourself, Emery? Are you happy?
Actually, I'm the only one.
I'm fine with
content and helping giggle more.
Where's that music coming from?
Lo-fi bot.
Yeah, just kick lo-fi.
I'm fine with like fucking like Emery's position. That's fine. It's just like I just fucking every single time I do anything on here, she just fucking is here and she just fucking follows me everywhere, even though I ever blocked on shit. It's like, oh.
I'm not saying this to be mean, but if it wasn't going to be her, it was going to be somebody. I promise you. It probably would have been me if like the conversation went certain directions. Because I have pretty harsh feelings on certain like the LOLI topic, for instance, about that specific issue. So I'm guaranteeing you, somebody would have done it.
Hey guys.
Hi, go.
Hey guys. Hey. Kankomore, do you want to show everyone what I sent you, real quick? Maybe.
Oh yes, this gets better.
You know, speaking of puppies, people were talking about puppies.
Heiko has found her way onto another stream. I love how, yeah. Why is Heiko there? Probably because she ran out of fucking mushrooms to microdose on. Look, I'm only giving you less than a minute of Heiko to listen to. All right. That is like what 99.999999999 times less than any one of her streams. Like any one of her streams. Jesus, I was researching some stuff and it led to like me having to watch Eiko streams, and I'm sorry, the research ended. I don't know if everybody, like, I'm assuming everybody like is familiar with Eiko. But like you can see consistently how long their streams are. Do you know how much of that I'm not sitting through? All of it. I don't even gotta like let that